Hey, pretty people, this is Mad Laughter, and I'm your host, Sean Hatfield. On today's episode, I sit down again with the funny man himself, Rudy Barba, in his kitchen on a Monday night, and we proceeded to talk for 3 hours, and here's the evidence. If you enjoy Rudy and want to get in touch with him, find out what it is he's doing, you can find him at Rudy Barba Comedy on any social media platform he's currently occupying. A productive man, loves his memes. As always, you can find this episode and other episodes, future episodes, past episodes, episodes that don't exist yet. Perhaps only conceptually, the mind of the creator. In this case, I actually mean me. But, where was I going with this? It is bright and early on a Tuesday morning. That should show you how connected to reality I am at the moment. So, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping. I don't know if that's coming through on the microphone. But nice, bright, beautiful, green. Really nice and cool on the breeze. That's always good in the morning. So, what was I saying? Episodes of this podcast you can find at shoutengine.com/mad laughter. And, of course, you can find myself at Hatfield Standup at gmail.com, as well as Hatfield Stand Up on Facebook and Twitter, and YouTube at some point. Got to get to that. Which is why I'm up early in the morning trying to be productive and whatnot and nonsense. So, I hope you enjoy the episode. Have fun. Peace. All right, so yeah, we're going. Where are we going? Yeah, I'm thinking that this is probably going to be. I'm going to try to set up like a series of, start actually getting people to sit down and record a few of these men. Mm-hmm. Have you been on with Roy, Joseph, and Cole yet, man?
No, I have not, man. They invited me out to go ghost hunting the other day.
Right, man. They had mentioned that a couple weeks back, and just yeah,
I missed it too, bro. Like, they woke up the next day and like, hey, video of ghost hunting is gonna be up soon. I was like, what? But I got sad. But no, apparently they did find something, evidence of
evidence of drug use. Is that what they found?
No. They know they were drug using. Like, they didn't need evidence.
Went out of their way to make sure there was none. Yes.
Yeah. It's like, hey, ghost man.
You ever heard this?
Yeah, that's what it.
It just reminded me of the intro to the
ghost sounds like. Instead of boo, it's like whoa.
The intro to that Alice in Chains track, God Am. It's like, it just starts off with a bong rip and some guy going like, what if God, I forget what he says, it was like, what if God was like, I don't know, a cheese sandwich, something like that.
What if God was what?
You know they have a stoner parody of that, right?
Do they?
Yeah. You know what?
We gotta look that up.
Damn it, YouTube is our friend here.
You can YouTube anything.
And the audience at home flashes forward. I'm actually trying to get something set up right now where I can get a studio in place out there in Samuel. I don't know if it's going to work, but actually the only issue I'm really running into is trying to figure out how to get
people out there. Yeah,
it's that too, man. It's like you just need to drive down this dark dirt road for a while.
Yeah, and it's a long while too. You're not like right off the expressway.
Actually, it's a half mile, so it's not really that far. But the trick is, the trees are right there at the road, and you have to drive slow. So it's longer.
Those Calicia
it's uncomfortably
roads.
long.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. I just call it my driveway.
I call it a hazard. It's like, we'll drop you out by the expressway. You got that it's only half a mile. You're gonna walk in the dark. What's the craziest thing that's popped out?
God was one of us stoner parody.
I doubt that's gonna work.
What would you ask? You asked a question before
I did. No, I'm joking.
You literally
I said,
started. Oh,
no.
Hold on. Go ahead.
No. No, I said, what's the craziest thing that's popped out over there?
In the bushes?
Yeah, like just walking randomly, like going to get your mail, or you would walk.
I found out there's such a thing as a black bobcat.
A black bobcat.
I was sitting out on my car, on my in my driveway, smoking a cigarette one night.
A jazz cigarette. Yeah.
Reefer band. Yeah. Anyway, and I just see like this black cat out of the corner of my eye, and I think like, oh, it's just one of the damn strays wandering around. And I'm just kind of like looking at it peripherally, and then I realize, one, it has no tail, and I'm like, oh, poor kitty lost his tail. And then I realize it's like 2 feet, like the back is like 2 feet off the ground. I'm like, oh, that's a bobcat, but that's a black Are there black bobcats? Did I just see? And this thing is like walking, and it walks out of
African American bobcats, by the way.
Don't you cultural appropriate my kitty?
So this thing popped out, and what's the first thing that popped in your mind?
Big black bobcat.
That's it. It wasn't like
Alliteration. That's the first thing I go for.
Was it close to you, or was it like?
That was probably maybe 40 yards away from me.
Holy shit! Did you get like panic?
No, man.
No.
It's bobcat, man. What the fuck is it?
Bobcat can do some stuff, man.
And first of all, it was walking away from me. Like it knew I was there, and it was just like stoner. And just walking.
See, okay, you're not afraid of it, but like me, I'd be terrified because I'm allergic to cats.
Ooh,
that feline.
I never considered that, man.
Yeah, that feline, like hair or basically anything, dude.
Yeah,
like,
no, you
if it licks me, like fucking scratches me.
You were telling me the other day about that little paranoid, like horror fantasy that you have about like getting stuck by one of your neighbors is the crazy cat lady.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I hope the vents aren't connected.
Falling
down. I would have died by now. We've lived here for about a year. But
you just walk out your front door. It's like that scene from The Happening. Just fall down dead.
Dude, dude. What happens is my lungs start closing, and I start losing oxygen. So it's not gonna be like an instant thing, but it's like
you have time to enjoy it.
Yeah, like yeah. You trip out, dude. I tripped out the first time. Then like I got an asthma attack. I was tripping balls on a cat. Do you realize what? You're whatever DMT, marijuana, crack. You get on high that shit. I sniff a cat, and I'm gone for a while. Like,
to be fair, that's more physiologically close to like huffing paint.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, man, I kill the oxygens in my brain, and then it's woohoo.
I remember like the first attack I got. I was just chilling. I was staying at my buddy's place for about like the weekend or whatever. We're just party drinking and shit.
Right.
And we didn't know that his little sister had snuck in two like Siamese hairy like puffy kittens. You know, like the cutest thing in this world.
Cute,
and they've been running around the entire house, just
right.
fucking shedding,
spreading that spore,
and peeing and pooping. And like day 2, I'm like, like I can't, dude. I'm wheezing, and I'm like, dude, I feel like shit spinning. You know, like clammy. You know, that cold, uncomfortable. Like, why am I sweating and cold? You know, like this is broken. Why is up down? You know, like. So I was like, you know what, bro? Let me go. I didn't know I had like because before I would like break out in bumps. I guess the fucking allergy changed or something, or it got worse.
Well, you may not have had enough to get on your skin, man. But if you're breathing it in for days at a time,
I think I just OD'd on cat. That's what happened. Yeah, dude, I was like tripping, dude. I went to go lay down, and like I have the fan spinning at full blast, and while I'm covered in a San Marcos colcha, you know. Like, and I'm shaking, you know, like it's super cold. Then I just feel an even colder, like, hand on my shoulder. Just calm down. Yeah, I was tripping, dude. I was out of it. Like, I'm there, like, lying, shaking and shit, and I just feel someone just come up and just grab my, like, left shoulder, like, super cold, like, long fingers, and I was like, nope, all right, let's get out of here. All right, we're going to hospital. Let's see what this is about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, dude, and I get to the university I was staying at. I was in Edinburgh. Had to make it out like the university I was attending at the time.
A fine facility.
The fun facility of was it the I don't even know what it was called anymore. University of Texas Pan American at the time. Now it's UTRGV. Fucking hipsters. They ruin everything, dang kids. Yeah, so they have like a little clinic there, man, and I go in and I was like, hey, may I see the doctor? I came to the doctor building to see the doctor, please. And she's like, well, we can't see. Oh, yeah, sure, we'll get you. Okay, we've had the appointment for Wednesday. We have one available. I was like, ma'am, have you ever had an asthma attack?
I feel
and
the cold, clammy fingers of death upon me, the woman.
She's just kind of like, she was like, yeah, super helpful to like kind of worried and holding the clipboard. It's like, no. I was like, well, neither have I, but I think I'm having one right now. And she's like, oh my God, hold on. And like they get me back to like the the actual fucking doctor sees me and she's like, all right, what's going on here? And I got cat allergies and like that sound like that rubber chicken, like that. Yeah.
I've been there.
And she's like, oh my God. And she puts this it reads the oxygen in your blood.
Ooh. Yeah.
That little clamp puts on your finger. I don't know how it does it. It's magic.
It uses light. You can actually, they've got some of the new phones, man. You can put your thumb on the back of the camera and it'll do it.
That is?
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Like, super, like, I'm a caveman with an Android phone. Like I don't know what goes on inside, but yeah, she measured it, and I was like at 94% air. At 92, you had to be hospitalized. Like, I almost OD'd on cat. And then I asked her, I was like, is this going to affect, like, if there's, like, larger cats, like lions and tigers, like, is it going to affect me? And she's like, are you planning to go near lions and tigers? Like, that's not, we should address this problem. Like, are you planning to go near a giant?
How often do you big game hunt?
I was like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of having like that night, like a stoner idea. I was like, I don't know. What if I run into a lion and it's like a nice lion and lets me pet it? Like, will I die? Like instantly? Is it because they're bigger cats? Is it more of a concentrated dose? Like one single tiger hair would ruin him or kill him. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but it's a great question, man. Like, say you ever like, I mean. I know you're from the backwoods of La Jolla, but if you ever...
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah!
Why has no one ever done that mix-up?
I don't know.
Dueling banjos.
Rudy Barba TM.
Dueling banjos and gritos. That's what we need. But yeah, man, have you ever decided to move like out in the, got yourself a place in the country or whatever, man? Like, cats are going to be on your shit.
No, they're not.
Big dogs everywhere.
Giant big dogs.
Yeah, I've noticed that lately, man. All my dogs have...
a pit bull mastiff.
Ooh. Do you know what a Dogo Argentino is?
What'd you call me? Sounds like something you donate to. Would you like to donate to the Dogo Argentino?
I was thinking a sandwich, but close.
Ooh.
Right?
I'll take the Dogo Argentino.
That sounds like it would have like a hollandaise
extra salt on the side. Like it's got like dope ass salt, like the salt's on the sandwich. The shit that you have to get some on the side too, like to dunk it. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah, Dogo Argentinos, man, are these huge. They basically look like albino pit bulls, but they're mastiff size. And here's the thing: they're bred to be pack dogs because they hunt hogs. So you have a pack of these mastiff-sized pit bulls.
Jeez.
Yeah, that chase down the hog. They hold it down, and then you walk up with a knife and stab it in the throat. Or in the heart, I guess, if you have a big enough knife. But
if your heart lets you.
yeah, I'm going with the spear, man. Hogs are fucking nasty as fuck. But
We are hogs, bro. We just
Are
developed opposable thumbs, man. Fuck the gorilla thing, man.
are you in on this whole fucking what we evolved from pigs, man?
No. I think we come from like one drunk night, a gorilla fucked a pig. And then we came out 9 months later, and they're like,
feel like making
yeah. They told you I fucked that pig. You know, just like fucking goes back and high fives his other gorilla guys. 9 months later, we come out and it's like, oh my god, what is that? It's got a personality, you know, like.
Technically speaking, I could be wrong on this, but if I remember what I was reading correctly, you know how there's certain people that are allergic to beef, chicken, venison, like they're just that particular protein. Technically speaking, cannibalism amongst humans is possible, except for the point like 2 or 3% of the population that would actually be allergic to human meat. Again, I may have completely misread that, but I read that and I was like,
It's possible. It's
all right,
possible.
if I'm ever in the Andes with a soccer team on a mountainside, we're getting down on somebody.
Can you test me for human, please? Like before you even go on the trip. What? I just want to make sure if I eat human,
It's Donner Party type scenario. You know what I'm saying?
I'm already lactose intolerant, like as is. Like, am I gonna shit my pants if I eat human? Is basically my question. It's like, why would you? I got a trip to the Andes soccer team. I want to make sure if I should carry an extra protein bar just in case.
Do we bring an extra protein bar or do we hire an extra local guide? Choices.
Protein bar. Daniel. I don't know. It's all the same.
Just wondering, boss, why did we pull straws at the beginning? Don't worry about that.
Oh, no. Daniel's the team manager. He's the one carrying the soccer balls and the jock straps. He's tender.
You got to make sure both his hands are full because when you go for him, you don't want him fighting back.
Oh, no. He's super strength because all the stuff he carries.
I'm just saying fictional scenarios in your own mind.
Have I told? Speaking of fictional scenarios,
Do you have a specific cannibal scenario that you've been going over?
oh, cannibal! No.
I didn't know where you were going with this, man. Go on, lay
Can
it
I get
on
the
me.
Jerry with cheese, please?
Nice.
Hi, welcome to McHuman. Have you tried the new tipping fingers?
Certainly
100%
green as
OG.
people.
You can taste the bite in our fingers. I don't know. Super crunchy right to the bone. Because these are going to be like little like snacks. This is the tender, tiny. Biting through your fingers, like biting through a carrot.
It's more like biting through a chicken wing, but okay.
Yeah? No, that's the same exact force. Like, is that insane?
I've read that. I don't believe that.
Is that real?
I don't believe that, man. It's like I've seen people's fingers get stuck in situations that would have snapped a carrot in half. Like a buddy of mine used to tell this story about getting his hand slammed in a van door, and if you look at the lock on those sliding doors on vans, his fingers basically would have had to do like some weird like contortionist configuration to even like fit in that space. So like they closed the door, it latched, and then he's like, "Ow!" And they opened the door, and his hand wasn't broken, man, and it was a little fucking mangled and scraped up, but so it's like shit. I don't know,
Scary, man. I always like that. I want to make sure I make it to my deathbed with all my fingers. I've seen some people that have lost already, and
Yeah, man. Yeah. I got a cracked tooth. That's the most appendage I have lost so far. So like all my teeth, all my digits. You know what I'm saying?
I have everything so far. Hold on. Yeah, I got everything so far. I don't know.
Man. Yeah,
I think I have more though, like more than I should.
I knew you had the sixth toe.
Oh, dude, Jay, did you seen the six toe video?
A specific video?
Yeah, there's a video. It's called I don't know what it's called. It just said like, "Oh my god, did I just see six toes?" Like that was the thing. And but I used because out of habit you just watch the video first, and then you go back. You know, and that's what I do. I'm pretty sure more people are like that.
Yeah. No, I've seen some images of like the extra digit where like some of them, you can almost miss it.
No, I meant like I meant like when you're just scrolling through Facebook, you go straight to the video and then watch the video and then you refer back to like the person.
Yeah. You read the description and go, why did I just watch this?
Yeah, but you go for the video, you know what's going on. But I saw this chick and she was like vaping. Like I thought she was gonna do a trick. She's like, and she like threw it out, and the cloud was like, woo, and everyone was like, woo, yeah, or I don't know what the hell they ended up. But
is that why they make those extra long battery packs?
Yeah, they're like, woo, and then like I was like, well, okay, why? Like that was a stupid video. Why
did I watch?
Why was this worth sharing? And then I scroll up. Oh my god! Did you see the sixth toe? And I was like, what? And I go back, and sure enough, like the chick's like vaping, and then another chick has her leg on that chick's lap. And there it is, bro. That sixth toe. It looked weird. Like it was just, and she wiggled it too. Like, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Just like hit you in the what the, you know. If I find it, I'll send it to you, bro. And then we'll like I don't know, attach it to this somehow.
Yeah. Oh, here, man, check out that.
Oh, that's right, the potheads. I like the video. Just a bunch of nugs, different colors. A lot of thought went into this.
A lot of effort, yeah.
What if God smoked cannabis? Hit a bong like some of us. True. Subscribe to Rolling Stone. This is amazing. Wow. Adam and Eve, and they're covered up by like pot plant leaves instead of like regular leaves.
I always wanted to get that poster where it's one of the Garden of Eve, you know, old fresco looking thing, but it's got the
old fresco looking thing.
Yeah, like a.
What does that mean? I'm sorry, I don't know what
fresco is like a style of painting. I forget what the hell it specifically describes, but like the kind of stuff you'd see like up on the walls in like you know, like old houses and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, so just like oil paintings, like giant portraits.
Yeah.
Sceneries.
You know what? Again, we have the internet. Let's find out what fresco means.
I was like, I thought it was maybe like, I'm retarded. I was like, maybe it's like a brand of coffee, and like the can has like scene of a garden on it. You know? Like,
no, I'll be honest. That's one of those words that like
I was like, oh yeah, man, got me a can of fresco. Get a coffee. It's a fresco.
That's one of those words, man. If I come across it like in something, like if I read it in something, like, oh, I kind of know what they're talking about, but like I don't, like, it's the only thing that comes to mind, like off the top.
I mean, I understand you can't teach. You can't. You're a person that can't teach stupid people. That's what you're saying. Like, you gotta know, man. Like, I'm not here. You gotta start googling shit by yourself. Is basically what you're telling me. Like.
You know, I'll be honest. I was telling you, I'm looking into setting up a studio, and an internet connection is the problem that I'm kind of running into, man. Is trying to figure out, because like back in the day, man, I don't know if you remember, but it was like you had the line to the house, so then like any like phone port that you plugged into was a connection. But with like AT&T, you can't like buy like a second connection.
You only have a one connection? Yeah,
like you have the router. And then you can plug a cable from the router into anything. But if your computer's nowhere near your router, like I haven't found an option to get a
wireless?
secondary. Well, there's wireless, man, but again, depending on how far away you are from it, man, you lose signal strength at some point.
And just get an amplifier or extender.
Dongle or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're end up with like 50 boxes. Like,
oh, well,
you're gonna be able to do it.
Now that we're talking about it, actually, I remember what the limiting factor was, man. Is at some point I'd kind of like to look into doing live stream video. You know what I mean? Like actually doing. I'm assuming you've seen something like Rogan's podcast or some of the other
basically
ones
the way we're doing it right now. Can you throw it up on the TV, please?
Yeah, exactly, man. And I'm gonna have a space if everything works out. I'll have a space that's big enough to actually do something like this. But having the Ethernet connection.
Here's like a really nice building, dude. That he's like moved in to like a dope ass spot.
Where's this?
His studio where he records.
Oh, you're talking about Rogan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Like I've listened to a couple where he's describing like he's got like a 40-yard archery range, a full gym. I wonder if he's.
I'm pretty sure it's like a small ass room, but like they make him like I'll just say it has like a 40-yard archery range. There's like
it's a hallway. It's just a fucking hallway.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's how you.
And at the end of the hallway is a restroom, so you got a little bit more room.
Oh man, that adds the when you don't tell the intern you're doing archery practice. That's called the most dangerous game.
The ultimate dump.
Okay. Fresco. Let's see. Is a technique of mural painting executed. Damn it, I hate that. It gives you like the first sentence and then it's like dot
right,
dot
cuts
dot.
it off.
And then when they
Click
killed
here
Hitler,
to find more. Clickbait. Fucking hate clickbait. Fuck you, clickbait.
I clicked on what I thought was going to be like a hardcore science article the other day, and it did that fucking like BuzzFeed thing where it gives you one page with like a tiny little paragraph and a picture, and then it's like click for the next one, and it's one of 86. And it's like, motherfucker, I came here to learn something, and you trying to like
fuck that shit. I hate
like this is a
so
slot
much.
machine.
But you keep going, bro. Because like, what if like the next page? I don't click to the next page, and it was like what I was looking for. You just keep going, click, 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 and you're what the fuck? Like,
okay,
50
here we go.
pages to find out, what you missed in the Infinity Wars background.
Oh, fuck those, man. Fuck those indeed. All right, fresco is a technique of mural painting executed upon freshly laid or wet lime plaster. Water is used as the vehicle for the dry powder pigment to merge with the plaster, and with the setting of the plaster, that's poorly worded, the painting becomes an integral part of the wall. So it's basically like you're painting the wall with the image. So it's a mural.
So like a mural.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got you. The Sistine Chapel.
I guess that would be an example, yes.
Yeah. Or that street downtown just graffitied. That's a modern day art right there, man. Shout out to El Scooby. Keeping his art alive. I see the trains passing by with your art, man.
I do not remember the artist's name, but there was somebody that was running around on the north side of Edinburgh and all up and down the freeway down to McAllen where the split happens. Mm-hmm. And I do not remember what the artist's name was. And the tag was the artist's name. And I remember seeing it and going like, that kid has a future. Like, that's some good shit.
The next Banksy?
Yeah. And it was clearly a local artist because, I mean, this wasn't like, you're sitting at a train stop and you see those come by and it's like, oh, it's a traveling art museum. It's basically what it is, man.
It's just a slideshow.
Yeah, man. I remember reading those picture books they had back in like the early 2000s. Somebody should do that, by the way.
That sounded so old. I remember back in the picture books in the early 2000s. I feel old as fuck right now.
I thought you were giggling at the idea of some child sitting there with the little picture flipper.
Those things were awesome. I never.
Do those have a name?
I
was trying to think of it the other day and could not come up with it.
Can we pull that on the screen?
That was one of those I didn't even want to look on Google because I just felt so stupid for
it
not
has
knowing
some
it.
like crazy like science name. I think the Philophothiposcope or some shit like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if some toy company has a copyright on it as some name, and that's technically what it's called.
Right.
The View Askewer. I don't know.
Here it is. It's the... What is this? The Viewmaster.
Ooh,
that's a sexy name. I'm the Viewmaster, baby. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was way off.
We went all over this country taking pictures and then stepping 2 inches to the left and taking another picture.
Oh, this is what it looks like at night.
No, but those were actually stereoscopic. You got like a 3D. What are you doing?
Hold on, it's starting to get hot in here. We're going to turn the AC out.
That's cool. I actually need to use your restroom. Yeah, okay, so we're back. So you were saying right now you had
the nicotine, like a little panic attack. Well, everybody out there, our listeners, we're ex-cigarette smokers. We vape now. We're into the vape, life, that vape life now. Chugging clouds all day, every day. And, yeah, man, we're both ex-smokers. But before I even started...
You want to tell them about your 12 steps? Get to the part where you have the panic attack.
It's like, first step is acceptance. No. No, yeah, so before I even started, I borrowed my brother's vape pen. Old school vape pen. Like, it has the wick. It looks like a yarn running through it in the tank.
Half Zippo lighter type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, yeah, the wicks from the Zippo lighters. And, well, not that thick. But anyways, I didn't know how to refill it. I didn't know how to use it. You know what I mean? And it was out of juice, and he told me to, be careful with it and not to burn it. So I'm like over here trying to open this up. Completely falls apart. And at that time, you had really high nicotine levels in the juice.
Right. That was upwards of like 20 milligrams.
Yeah,
right?
like 24. That's what my brother had. He had 24 milligrams. And this, like, half of a bottle just spilled all over my hands. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, oh, my God, what's going on? And like I was like, ah. And I just go to wash my hands, and then I just noticed myself getting like, oh my god. I'm like fucking panicking. I'm like, what's going on? Oh my god, and like freaking out.
I hear colors and see demons.
They told me. Oh my god, they told me. What'd they tell you? I don't know. I'm so high, bro.
Yeah, man. I when I first started playing around with the juice, like I'd never played around with it before. So I mean, I think I started off with a 6 milligram, and I was still kind of very cautious. And at this point, even with the 12, I've never had a problem with too much. Oh no, thank you. He's waving me towards some flour tortillas, and I cannot eat flour.
No, do you want some
this.
corn?
No, I'm good, man.
Are you sure?
No, I appreciate that.
Wait, this is a Mexican podcast, bro. It might say Sean Hatfield on the top of this video, bro. We raza up in here, dog.
Just to be clear, I showed up with a bottle of tequila, so he's not lying.
You gotta do that, bro. When you come over my pad, you gotta bring a bottle. Tequila doesn't matter.
No,
you know what? I was
standing at the cash register at the liquor store, and they had the bin full of limes, and I was like, I should bring some limes, and I was like, Rudy got some limes.
I'm out of limes right now, bro.
Oh, Rudy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Rudy. Rudy, why?
Went hard the other day, bro. made handmade lemonade.
I've been thinking about doing myself a batch of that, man.
Well, limeade, I guess. There's a difference, and people got mad at me on fucking Twitter. Like, fuck you. Yeah, it's the world for one limeade recipe. And then,
dude, let's be honest. If you get those real sweet limes, you put a little bit of salt in it to kill the sour, and you almost don't need to add sugar to that.
I like the sour though.
I remember reading a while back, man. The limes actually do contain more sugar than the lemons, like in your average variety. I may be getting this backwards. This may be some self-perpetuating valley citrus nonsense propaganda. It's like, don't you know that limes are sugary?
You think there's like a citrus Illuminati down here?
At one point, it's I think they killed off the leader and buried him underneath a dying.
There's
orchard.
a mission tree, like the Mission Grape Festival, bro. Grapefruit Festival.
How do you think the ruby got so red?
Yes, I love it. Oh my god.
How do you feel about the ruby red versus the Rio red debate? Do you ever notice a difference?
I've never eaten grapefruit. I'm an orange guy.
How dare you, sir?
I'm an orange guy, bro.
All right. I feel you. Never came across a grapefruit that tempted you.
It how's that? You know what? I love grapefruit soda, like toronja.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Hate the fruit, like the actual fruit, because it has like that sour, like bitterness to it. Like if you don't eat it right.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean that kind of comes down to like because I was big into grapefruit for a long time, man. I grew up when I was like really young. We had a grapefruit tree at the house, so like every year we'd have like an abundance of them and shit. And you know what I mean? When you have the actual tree, you get to taste the fruit in different stages of the season, like those late season ones that like kind of hung onto the tree. I'll get the tints right at some point, man. We haven't even touched the tequila.
Actually, yet. I did have an orange tree at my house.
Well, you know what I'm saying, man. Like the ones that stay on the tree for longer, like they have it's not like they're too ripe, but they've got like a bit of a different flavor.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
a little bit bitter or drier in some oranges.
Sometimes, man.
Yeah,
sometimes.
if you get them just right, bro, fucking juicy, just going down. If the older ones are like drying up, it's weird, strange.
Funny enough, man, I'm actually not an orange guy. Like I've been thinking about this in the past like while, like couple of years, man. Like, yeah, I stopped drinking orange juice at some point, and I never again got the urge to be like, because you know what I mean. Like sometimes you get like, man, I feel like some orange juice. And the last time I actually got that, like I poured myself a big old pint glass full of orange juice and went to drink it, and I was like, this is too much, man. It's like,
are you serious?
Yeah, it was like too much. It was like too sweet.
If like I'm having like a good morning, I woke up early. You know what I mean? I got time to go to work.
Right.
I ain't rushing like I normally am. Mickey D's, bro, on the way. You know what I mean? As kids, we're trained like, dude, Mickey D's breakfast.
I get you.
Got it. So you're already treating yourself before you even start the day. Go in there and get yourself an egg McMuffin. I'm a McMuffin kind of guy, bro. You can keep your McGriddles. You're a sliming demon patties or whatever the hell they are. It's weird. I'm a egg McMuffin, dude.
Not
with ham. You know what I mean? And you always get the OJ in the little Simply orange plastic bottle. Or sometimes, is it Jack in the Crack? I think it's Jack in the Box.
Regional bias.
I forgot. Oh, yeah. No, I think it's BK, Burger King. They got the actual, like, carton, the OJ carton, like a little juice carton. You got to still pop it through, and you're like a little kid with, like, your croissants. Why is Burger King so fancy? I didn't know it was a French king.
I want to say Whataburger actually has the little plastic bottles.
Do they?
I could be wrong about that.
No, they got it. It's right next to the salads.
Right. Mm-hmm. Let's not bring Whataburger into this, which is all points.
Mm-hmm. They'll get back to us. Hey, you saying some shit about Whataburger?
I was actually talking to someone a while back, and they were like, man, I went and tried that In-N-Out. It's like, man, those burgers are pretty good, but like I was eating the fries, and I was like thinking about Whataburger's fries, and I was like, nah.
Basura, bro. You guys can come and do a Facebook war with me or Instagram. If I don't know, dude, Whataburger all the way.
I don't even eat Whataburger anymore, but I have enough anecdotal knowledge. Yeah, nah, man.
I had so it's too greasy and too cheesy, bro. Don't get me wrong. It's like it looks amazing, but you're halfway through the burger, dude, and you're like, you're tired, like you're exhausted, like you feel you're like starts going crazy. Like,
have you seen the last special from Tom Segura?
No, I got maybe like you know what? No, because I already forgot about it.
Okay, he does this one bit about, I think it's In and Out that does it, and where they ask you something along the lines of, "Will you be eating in the car?" or something like that, and I guess they kind of give you like a different packaging for the food, and he goes into this whole bit about like they're basically asking you, "Are you going to go home and eat this like a human being, or are you going to be a fat piece of
That's
shit?"
right. Yes, I remember that one. Yes, and then yeah.
Yeah, great bit. And it's like honestly for those kind of meals where it's like, yes, I will be parking in front of your building.
Those are beautiful.
And that greasy, just like, oh yeah, man.
It's good, bro, but like Whataburger's home.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Man, dude, the fries are shit at In-N-Out, dude. They're fucking cold every single time, dude. I don't know if I'm getting a bad batch or they're making a big batch and it's taking too long to get rid of it. They're always cold, dude. Regular and animal style. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They look like spaghettis.
Dude, I'll tell you what actually sealed. Like, don't get me wrong. Like everyone else down here, I grew up on Whataburger, man. Like that's what I compared all hamburgers to for most of my life. But what really sealed Whataburger in my heart was my late night after a drinking bar hopping binge food. Was we'd hit up Whataburger and get the breakfast with the scrambled eggs and the bacon and all that. And there used to be this one crew of girls working late night at one of the places on the way back to my house that I'd tell them, I want it with onions and roasted jalapenos.
Ooh.
And like, it's almost like every time I'd get that, like, I know what you're talking about, like nod from the girl. And she'd go in the back, come to the window with the fucking food. And it was what you picture. You know what I mean? Like,
nice.
Just the roasted fucking jalapenos and onions on top of the fucking scrambled eggs with the bacon, and everything was good and beautiful. And don't get me wrong, a couple months, like 6 months later, I guess they fired a couple of them. I hope they promoted them. I hope, in my heart, I hope they promoted those girls because they were doing, if I can borrow from my Christian brethren, they were doing the Lord's work. And but yeah, man, I remember.
There's was it a Rodeo Bob or Rodeo Ranchero or something like that? Not Rodeo. What's that? What's it? The breakfast on a bun.
Yeah, okay.
From Whataburger.
I've never had it actually.
It's it's kind of like your breakfast buns. You got your like sausage, and then you got some eggs.
Oh yeah, you got
but
your
apparently
layers.
There's like a ranchero bob. I think that's what it is. Ranchero bob, and they put like the peppers in there and the onions, and with the egg.
Right.
Some jalapenos, like dope, dude. So that's on the Whataburger secret menu, by the way. I sounded so fat, like I can hear my cheeks moving.
Well, let me ask you this, man. You ever stop going to a place because the quality kind of fell off, but like not because it's like, oh, this is so bad that like I can't eat it, but just because like, man, it used to be so much better that I almost don't want to ruin my like memory of that food. You know what I mean? Because I was going to say, like 6 months later, those girls disappeared from the late night shift, and I show up and some 17-year-old hands me cold jalapenos with the juice still from the fucking jar, like they just scoop.
Yeah.
Right. Like, man, you scoop them onto a paper towel, get the juice off, and then put them on my plate. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's all right, man. I think I'd shown you that, man. That video where the guy's talking about comparing it to a late night diner, man. Like, any job you have, like, if you walk into a place, like, do the employees keep it clean? Like, do they have like some sort of like, is there a sense that this place functions to do a thing? You know what I mean? Like, it's like when you walk into a restaurant, it's like, okay, one, it smells like food in here. It doesn't smell like, anything else. There's no off smell in here. Like, two, everything looks clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the employees are moving and doing things that make sense. You know what I'm saying? And when they communicate with you, like, it's, there's no bullshit. There's no, it's those little things. And like, okay, are the eggs cold? You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
is
Fresh batch.
Is my toast burnt? Is my bacon overdone? Is my coffee been sitting on the burner for, 3 hours? Is everything fresh and like fucking like, just the little things like that, man, that like, if you were doing any job, like if you showed up, like you've done construction work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you showed up and just started doing like half-ass, like somebody would notice and be like, Rudy, what the fuck, yo?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, when I worked in the rigs, like to the foreman's like, what are you doing? Get over there. Like,
Oh yeah, man. I've never even fucking worked with the like working oil and shit, man. But I imagine there's at least a few situations there where there's danger involved.
I hung off like 3 stories off of this rig once, and the the ocean guy wasn't there. And I'm like zip tying this like electrical line, like off the side of the rig, dude. Like there's nothing. They had removed the barriers because they were disassembling it.
Right.
So I'm like lassoing these like 7 zip together zip ties, so we can like lasso the giant the post.
Right.
I'm just hanging off the side, like not even hooked onto anything. I didn't even think I had my harness. Like I'm up there and I'm just like tossing it around and catching it over here and just zip tying it and like. And then like I was like on the 3rd floor, and then like on the one of the last days of the job, the OSHA guy finally showed up like at the end of it, and I'm on the 1st floor. This is disconnecting some terminals, but it's like in an awkward spot where I gotta like be like 3 feet off the ground so I can reach it, and all you can see is my head, like it's just my arms and my head is the only thing that can fit.
Okay.
And I gotta like be moving in this tight area. I'm disconnecting stuff, and I'm listening to Prince.
An odd detail to throw in, but okay.
Prince saved my life.
Saved your life.
Prince saved my life. I was doing that job, and I started getting claustrophobic. Because, dude, it's literally just my hands and my head that can like fit through there. Everything's like there's pipes on the side of my face, like squeezing in. Like.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's like super tight. So I just started feeling myself going, and I was like, oh shit. And then like they had a work boom box that they can put in the area and play a radio station. And then like Prince Party Like It's 1999 comes out on the radio, and I was like. And I just started like singing to it, and like it calms me down, and I was able to finish it up, and like deconnect everything, and I get down, I'm like fucking dancing. Beautiful. And then the OSHA guy shows up, and he's like, "Hey, get down from there!" And I'm like 2 feet off the ground, 2-3 feet off the ground, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta be tied off and this and that." And I don't know what the fuck. I was like, "Dude, you weren't here yesterday when I was hanging like fucking 18? What was it? Yeah, about like 18 feet off the ground, like 2-3 stories. I don't know. I guess that's it. About 6 feet each level. I don't know. I was high up there.
I get it. I'm just trying to figure out why you felt the need to confess to the OSHA
guy. No, I didn't tell him. Like I just told myself like that. Okay. Yeah. Like I was like, you weren't here yesterday.
I could have died, hee hee.
Cha-ching, like.
Barba, were you doing something dangerous to save time? Yes.
I was.
Good man, here's the race.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think I led to my own. I got myself fired for that.
You got yourself for that? For
yeah, like I fucked myself. No. It was something else. Because after that project was done, they were, we got to keep them on, So I'm, like, helping the foreman, like, doing paperwork. And, like, I had the office job. They were so mad. Because they're out there, like, fucking working and shit, Yeah. We're, like, taking half a day to, like, pick up a drill bit and then driving to the other work site. And
Yes.
Yeah, that heavy work. You know what I mean? Like that stupid shit. And they're so mad. And wait, what the fuck was I talking about?
You were trying to tell me how you got fired.
Oh yeah. So like I'm working like inside an AC, dude, and I'm like cleaning up and making fucking coffee, being their bitch, basically. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. $15 an hour, dog? Fuck yeah, let's do this shit. Do you want decaf or, like regular?
I'll be honest, man. Some of the most fun I've ever had getting paid to do stuff was go for work.
Go for work?
Yeah, go for this, go for that.
Yeah, I love that. I fucking love that shit. There you go. Okay. Right. Official Rudy Barba mic. No. Yeah, that's what I was doing, man. That was what I was doing. And they sent me to the job site with what was it? I don't know, some other motherfuckers. They're like, hey, go check if they need any electrician work that we can do. I drive over to the job site, which I wasn't supposed to be doing that. But fuck it, I just took it, boom. I'm like, hey guys, I'm here with, so and so.
Wait, what is it you shouldn't have been doing?
Driving.
Oh, taking the company vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have a license or what?
Well, I have a license. I was just wasn't
You
in their
weren't
policy.
authorized.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well. We haven't said any company names. I don't have to bleep anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm confessing to anything, but confessing to nothing also.
Humble snitch.
Hell yeah! Shout out to my brother. I don't know. Humble snitch. I don't know. Yeah, so we go over. I'm like, hey man, do you guys need any electrical work? Do you want something disconnected? What's going on? No, we're good. And I had this fucking stupid tablet, like paper.
Yep.
On a clipboard. I had a clipboard and paper, and I was like, all right, man. You know what? And and I write down my name and number. Here's my rip it off the page and I just give it to him. I'm like, here's my business card. If you need anything, just call me up. Straight up, here's the business card. Ripping it right off the page. And I think that's pretty gangster. And I'm like, all right. And they never fucking called. And we stayed in the office, dude. I'm just fucking cleaning up and shit. And then the main guy of the fucking company, his office was there. The main motherfucker in the company, one of the high up guys. Right. Cool dude. But I like to joke too much. I don't know if you know that about me. So I started trying to make him laugh, dude, because I'm that kind of guy. I can't stand awkward silence, right? So I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? Cool, man, badass dude. Hey, man, I'm probably the highest paid janitor on this side of the Mississippi. And actually, no, I said that Rio Grande, on the side of the Rio Grande. So the whole United States, I'm the highest paid janitor in the whole United States. And I guess it got really quiet after that. We're having layoffs next week. Yeah, I was like, fuck. I don't know. Cool guy, man. Oh, dude. Oh, man, I remember one of the last weeks we were there, some of the guys from the work site, they were fucking pissed at me. They came over. And one of them is walking. They're portables. You seen the little portable offices, the buildings?
Yeah.
And this is a big dude, bro, 300 some pounds, muscle, oil rig, man.
Legitimate 300 pounds.
Well, he still had some weights on, but he was hitting the gym. What's up, Isaac? And he's big, dude, and he's just walking normally. All right, man, catch you guys later, man. He came by. I don't know if he was doing paperwork or some shit. And he just steps, and his leg disappears into the ground, bro. Right through the floor, bro. That floor already looked like it was kind of dented in.
He gets that wavy effect to it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this dude just walking, you know what I mean? Not even jumping or anything. He just went straight down. And he was like, what the fuck? His leg was gone, dude.
You get hurt?
No, he just got up and pulled himself out. And he was like, I'm gonna take off before they come back. I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to explain this?
Hey, boss, security deposit gone.
Hey, man. You know how you were wishing the portables lasted one more season? Well, Isaac came around, stomping. Mad. And guess what he did in rage? Put a hole right through the ground.
Fuck, man.
I was talking very southern back then. I was in Louisiana.
Right.
I love it. I love that state, dude.
I'll be honest. Before I remembered that you had mentioned it was inside a portable, you said his leg disappeared. I thought maybe he'd gone in a hole in the ground. You ever seen somebody step into a gopher hole?
Yes. Well, not a gopher hole. It's like super dried up, like land that they would like farm on.
When it gets that crust over it and you just step right through it.
Yeah, no, it has like canyon look to it. Like the ground is dry.
Where it starts cracking apart. And
and there's like pieces where you're like, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Same thing, man. My brother's walking. He's on the phone, dude. And we're like in the back of his cousin's spot. It's this giant acre backyard. They play soccer on it and shit. You know, like, yeah.
I was going to say, the one time I've seen somebody go into a hole like that, man, it was during a football practice. And they put their foot right through the fucking hole. And it's like, like you said, the leg disappeared.
Yeah, the ground was cracked. And so it was like super sketch, dude. And we're like out there drinking and shit at night. And then my brother picks up the phone and he starts walking around. Hey, man, what's up? I can't hear you. Floomp. He just went down, dude. It looked like Tremors. Like, I was like, no.
Nobody move.
And then, his leg just went into the ground, dude. Like, I was like, oh, snap, dude. And we pulled him up, dude. Big ass fucking hole.
Right.
And we're like, holy shit. And then we kind of like turn on the lights on our phones. We start looking around. We're like surrounded by the motherfuckers. And it was around this time, or no, like in July where they had the fireworks.
Right.
So we're like, we were originally going to pop them back there. But then we started popping them like down.
Into the hole.
The hole. Like we're just dropping and you see like the black hair like bounce off the walls. Like it was deep. Like it was scary. Like if that shit would just, I would have died just from the fright.
Nah, I get you, man.
And dude, fucking just, the big cannon one? The one that, the big, I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Tell me you weren't firing the mortars into the hole.
Yeah, no. We were like dropping them in. You know how they have that long ass fuse?
Yeah.
So so we lit it and then it dropped it. It was bouncing. And then like, oh shit. And then we're like I guess I don't know. It looked like I was like from a third person point of view.
Right.
You saw the ground go, doom, like it popped up. Like the vibration was insane, bro. Like, boom, like, oh.
Dude, I had a
I was
scary.
like, we're fucked. I thought we were gonna sink. Like at least.
I had a scary experience with one of those big size, or at least one of the mid-sized mortars, like a shot put size one. Like, they had it set up in the on a street in a little residential like neighborhood. And I guess when the dude went to go drop it into the mortar or into the tube, it like he kind of dragged it a little bit and knocked the tube was shaking.
I hate those.
And it dropped over, and this thing fires off towards vehicles, and it's about to like go under one, man, and like somebody fucking just kind of like ran and kicked it the fuck out of the way. It ends up going off in the yard, which was not the best place because it's in front of a house, man. Yeah. But like. Does the whole bullshit.
That would have been insane, bro. Imagine that would have gone off.
Yeah, that was a tense moment, man.
Dude, those things are so much fun. Like, surprised I haven't killed myself with those things. I remember when I think we were like a teenager, probably like maybe 12, 13, barely getting to the cusp of teenhood,
Entirely too dumb to be around dangerous things, but yet somehow allowed.
We're at that point, like, we know everything. We have the internet now, parents. We can Google stuff. Just give me 15 minutes and I'll know the answer to your question. Dad, it was super slow back then. But
I know Kung Fu videos.
It took me like a day to load Thriller. I was like, I've never seen Thriller. But no, like, where it was, again, like July, summer, dude. We're all fucking out, all the cousins together, dude, just causing havoc. There's my cousin, he has like a 5-acre ranch, and in front of him he has, dude, we're like ranch out here, bro. Whoever the fuck is listening to this and doesn't know where we're at, we're like ranch, you know what I mean? Like 5-acre ranches, citrus fields, like there ain't shit, and
if you walk up to the top of a tall building on a clear day, you can see Mexico. This is
it's gonna be foggy. You can still see it. Yeah, look, there it is.
No, the foggy part, that's Mexico.
So we have the little cannon thing, right, with the motors, and one of them it didn't. They put it in backwards, so it fired down and destroyed the cannon, and it was like the second one. So we were like, "Fuck this, dude!
What are we gonna do now?"
Yeah, like we're gonna fire these off, dude." And we're like, "Dude, PVC pipe.
Okay.
We have one that can like, it's gonna work." I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like, "No, definitely, it's gonna work." So we're all like, fucking little stupid fucking idiots, bro. We went into the field that was in front of their land. It was, it hadn't been like, they're barely preparing it with like the topsoil.
Right.
All right, so we walk up there, put the PVC pipe down, we drop it, slide it, and we're running back, dude. And then like I just like behind me, and I just see like little pieces of PVC, bro. And I turn around, and it's this giant fucking like beautiful firework just like right in front of us. It was insane, dude. I was like, dude, my cousin got a fucking cut, dude.
From flying
PVC,
fragments, yeah.
Size, dude. Oh my god, dude. I was like, never fuck with PVC. It was horrible. I think that was the end of my pyromania as a kid. It scared me straight, bro.
That's how a young man grows up. Realizes, oh, I could have died.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm alive now. I think I have like a normal life. But you think back, and sometimes I was talking with my best friend the other day, and I was like, "Dude, remember the time we died?" And I was like, "Which one?" And I was like, "Oh, we have a problem. Like this, you shouldn't." We're driving around, dude, like looking for this movie on the Redbox,
Right.
you know, and Redbox is this machine that you would go into.
People of the future.
No, dude, like 5 years from now, they're like Redbox is gonna be extinct.
Okay, near future.
No. But yeah, man, like we're looking for this fucking movie and we can't find it. We're hitting up all the local convenience stores that's got it, HEB. Can't find this movie. It's like a new movie that came out and everybody had it at the house, you know?
Okay.
And fuck, man. And so we take like this like road towards La Jolla, Texas, and it's just like the highway ends and it's just like roads and like the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And and we're like, fuck, oh shit, dude, we forgot this, place. This is where they might have it there. So we've already made a couple of stops at other convenience stores, so we already have our munchies. Like we got the big ass burrito, that's like 1.5 foot, deep fried.
Right. You've been trying to be productive along this path.
And we got fucking chips and dip and fucking drinks and shit, like we're gonna munch the fuck out, And they're like, oh shit, dude, this spot. And we Papa Yui, man, we go back. This fucking raccoon came out of nowhere, dude. Like nowhere. We're going like 55 at this point in the road, dude. And,
right.
And then we're like, oh shit. And I swerved to like miss it. And I did. I didn't hit it. And then I swerved back to get back in the lane. But the speed we were going, we just started spinning, bro. Like 2-3 times, and like I just see the burrito fly off the fucking dash. And I was like, no. And
the question is this a loaded burrito?
Oh, dude, no. It was just like in the bag, just waiting to be munched. And he'd fly. We're in a Cavalier, like a 2-door, like it probably weighs like 500 pounds,
Yeah,
and then like another 1,000 because of me and my buddy. Like, we're big guys, bro. Like, we invented the first spinner. Like, we were the first spinner. Like, we spin like 3-4 times, dude. Luckily, we land on the side of the road pointing the right direction.
Always nice.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, my God. And my buddy, he's like, he's a wrestler. Like the fucking...
Okay.
We were in high school.
Like Greco-Roman
Yeah,
type?
the fucking high school wrestling and shit. And he's like, we start spinning... And I started doing, like, the anti-gravity shit where you start floating, like, oh, my God. And he just, like, boom, he slaps, like, he reaches out and he slaps me back in my seat as we're spinning. And then he's, like, holding me the entire time. And he's, like, fucking freaking, he's, like, stiff because he's fucking, like, scared shitless. And so am I. And, like, whoa, see the burrito fly, boom. We stop, right direction. We're freaking the fuck out, looking around, like, oh,
Checking
shit.
your underwear.
Yeah, and he's like patting me for some reason. like, are you? Wait, I'm alive, man. Are you gonna rob me? Like, he's like, what's going on? He's like, you're right. He's like, yeah. And then I was like, how's the burrito? Like, is the burrito okay? And he's like, what the fuck is the burrito okay? And like, we pick it up, and it's torn in two, bro. It's torn in two. I was like, no. Like, I didn't give a fuck that we almost died. The burrito, bro. A fucking burrito.
Hey, man, he did his best to co-pilot. Like, he kept you safe in a scenario.
Yeah. Oh, dude. If I'm going down, I want that motherfucker right next to me, bro.
But you also stayed on mission. You were like, how is the burrito?
Fuck yeah. I knew, like, we're okay. We're good. We're alive. You know, like, we don't have to worry about that. Let's go for the burrito. Burrito's next. Me, burrito, car. That's the list of importance in this story. Dude, I did a lot of shit.
Red box.
What was your like high school car? Did you have a car in high school?
Oh yeah, man. It was a green Escort station wagon.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, man.
Wow. No pussy, huh?
No. That car was strictly up to A, try to kill myself, and B, try to slowly ruin my brain.
Those had those weird awkward like oval back window, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was
like
I used to refer to it as the midget mobile, man, because the clearance on the ceiling was just entirely uncomfortably small. Though, to be honest, that car ended up flipped over in an intersection in the outskirts of McAllen.
I hear you have a habit of doing that, flipping cars, and not like in a retail.
I've got 2 under my belt so far. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, did it in a pickup actually on the second try. Fell asleep and I hit the rumble strips. This was out in the middle of nowhere on a highway, pitch black at night. Hit the rumble strips, woke up and jerked the wheel too hard and I started like you did.
So
I started
easy.
spinning. And here's the thing:
so easy to lose control.
If I'd have had another, I'd say maybe 100 yards of road, I would have eventually stopped. But I hit a curve and a bank, and yeah, man, flipped into it's a divided highway, and I flipped into the ditch in the center, man.
Fuck.
Facing the wrong direction and upside down, and it's in a ditch, so like I had a hell of a time getting out of the damn truck.
How'd you do it?
Ended up getting one of the side doors open.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, couple people stopped. I think.
Were you all right?
I was good, man. I'm fairly durable, man.
Ultra last.
There may be some head injuries. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I think those were there before.
Yeah, it's possible.
Probably from birth.
I think the second you
flipped
start
my play wheel.
man,
was it play wheel or
big wheel?
Big wheel. I flipped my big wheel.
I remember going over the handlebars on a couple of bicycles, man. BMX, full street bikes, like concrete, dirt, rocks.
I was a fat kid, so I knew I had no chance of flying.
Oh, man. Dude, my grandpa taught me to ride a bike by like giving me a little off-road BMX and showing me a caliche road.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I learned to stay upright quick.
Dang, dude. That must have been insane, dude.
Yeah. Hey, man, a little bit of...
I'm over here complaining because my pavement has potholes. Like, you don't even have pavement.
Oh, man, I remember getting in an argument with somebody who was telling me about street bikes, those little ultra-thin ones, man, where they only weigh, 20 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're nice, man. If you live in some ultra-urban area where the roads keep maintained and all that. Maybe, man. Actually, this was out of Houston, and he's telling me like, "Oh, there's too many potholes and shit," and I'm like, "Dude, bunny hop." Hardcore BMX.
Those things are meant for like big impact, bro. I think you bounce on them, you'll fuck them up.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, man. Those tires, those ultra thin tires, man. Like, yeah, no, man. You barely you mount that bike wrong, and you're gonna bend that frame.
It's insane, man. My buddy just bought one.
Why? They're expensive too, man.
No, not the thin one. He got like he likes to go through like the trails because he lives by The fucking reserve that's over here that they try to.
Oh, yes.
The Benson Palm.
I get you.
The Benson Palm Park or whatever.
One of those little native preserve.
Yeah, it's
areas.
a beautiful place. Have you been there?
At various points, yeah.
They had tours that go with a go kart and then or you can go on a bike. Like you can rent a bike or you can bring your own bike and just go through the trail and shit. This guy is so crazy. He does it at night. Like he like it's closed, but he lives close enough where he can like go through there's a trail.
Right.
That goes through like the riverbed. Well, not the riverbed, by the Rio Grande and the reserve.
You get in through the back way, yeah.
And you can do that. People bike it all the time or walk it. And this dude just night. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to do it at night. I'm going to take my headlight
Lamp,
thing, my lamp, and I'm gonna be out there. He's out there and he records snakes. Like just fucking going. He runs into like giant tarantulas and shit.
I bet.
And like he gets pretty deep in there, man. And then his lamp goes out.
Ooh.
He only brought one lamp and no backup.
No flashlight.
Nothing, dude. So he had to bike the entire thing, like in the dark with like whatever power. He was trying not to kill his phone battery.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that was scary, bro. It was a big moon. I don't know, it was a full moon, but it was a big moon, so he had a little help from that too.
Just enough light to get him hope.
Yeah, it was scary. I would have probably just crawled into a ball in the middle of nowhere.
Randomly swinging the bicycle around.
Get back! Get back!
The thing that would kill me on a bike ride
Señor,
like
está
that.
perdido. Get back! Atrás! Señor, ¿está bien? Háblale al backup. See, Border Patrol 1 to Border Patrol 2. Can we get some backup? You know that's the truth, bro. Those are the same Border Patrols work in the area, bro. Jesus Christ. I love my Border Patrol. Dude, those guys are awesome, man. Like, they're normal people with jobs, bro. You know what I mean? Granted, their job is kind of being a dick, but normal people with jobs, bro. But
No, I get it, Rudy. You'd like to do their Christmas party again, too.
yes. Hey, call me again, guys. We had some fun last time.
Remember me? I was the guy with jokes.
I was the guy that's ha-has. I was the guy with the ha-has. No, but yeah, fucking insane, dude. But they're dark as fuck, dude. Fucking Gonzalez is probably the most stitched name on a Border Patrol uniform today. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
I love my dudes. They got a major ass nopal on their face, bro. Or they might be helping each other. I don't know. Something. This is kind of like knowing the bouncer at a club.
Right.
Vinny, hey, baby. Get inside, yeah.
Sometimes
Come in, Juan. Yeah, same booth like last time.
Oh, man. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine the other day, man, about the, you know how, like, here in Texas, it's a bit of a tangent, but not too much, man. Mm-hmm. You know how here in Texas, we technically have a law that says if, with marijuana, if you're caught with less than 2 ounces, the cop can just give you a ticket.
Yeah.
They don't have to
They
arrest
recently
you.
passed that a couple of years back, right?
I want to say that was 2005 they passed that. It's
I'm old.
It's been a while that they've been able to do that. And there are a lot of places, like down here, for the most part, man, they'll still arrest you most of the time.
These small towns, they think McAllen's a big city. It's a big little town, dude.
They act like a big city, but they don't,
The rancho's fuck, bro.
Oh, yeah. There are still open agricultural fields in the middle of town.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, like, some of the original families that started these towns are still alive, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns and the McAllens.
Oh, yeah, man.
I didn't even know. The Sherrys, apparently, I thought they were just fun names. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they named it after the Scottish conquistador.
Named after wine.
Yeah. They like their whiskey here in McAllen. Yeah, but there's the Browns from Brownsville. I just thought they were racist naming the towns. There's
Holy
Brownsville.
Shit, you do exist. Yeah,
there's Whitesville and there's Democratville. I don't know.
You know, at one point they used to have a full history of Hidalgo County up on the Hidalgo County website, and it was honest as fuck. It went through the whole.
It was
story.
dirty, dude. There's some dirty shit's gone down here, bro.
Well, the whole where they stole the town, the county seat from Hidalgo, which it used to be in Hidalgo City, and then like they basically just jacked it and took it to what used to be, I think, called Chapin, and now it's Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, we're the capital now, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's insane, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they had the whole like it was truthful as fuck. Like nobody got spared
down
in the
here,
story.
like,
I went back to the site a year later, and that was gone. That whole section of the website was just gone.
Dude, it's insane, bro. We're just borrowing the place, bro. They still own it, dude. Like,
it's like that Carlin bit, man. You know, this place has owners.
yeah, dude. This place has owners, and there's owners for those owners, and it all leads back to the banks, man.
You know what, man? I'd like to think that the valley is getting better, man.
Yeah, there's more light shining. Like they caught that guy with the fajita. What was it, like 1.5 or something like that? $1 million in fajita over like
Black market flank steak.
right. That skirt state though. Oh man, he was probably selling it to the north, like up there, like random, like North Dakota, like has the most fire fajitas.
I do not know how they. You know what? I take that back, man. Like less and less in this area, and even when you start going up north in Texas, is it really considered cattle country anymore? Like, don't get me wrong. Out where I live, like out north of you know the extended valley region, not technically in the valley, but it's there are cattle out there. But even there, man, like you go to some little meat shop and they'll still have the fajitas jacked up on price, and it's like dude. There's a reason that this became a popular dish.
He's the one? Do you think he jacked up the price, dude? Imagine, imagine a 1.5. This is the motherfucker that's been jacking up the fajita prices. He's buying it all up and not leaving enough for us, man.
That dirty motherfucker,
dude. Fajita used to be like fucking cheap, bro. Nobody wants fajita. Now
just
everybody.
To be sure, so people know what we're talking about, like
beef skirt.
No, not what fajitas are, man. Like, but that is a good point, man. Like, it's the bit that they used to shave off before they made the steaks, and like that's one of the reasons it got popular, because it's a cheap dish that anyone can make. So you can, it's one of those things you could fuck around with and go, hey, man, I'm gonna make it like this, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's good. Yes, next time we will throw cilantro and lime on it. That's awesome.
We gotta try it next time.
It helps break down the fat, man.
Yeah,
So you get
smoother.
that. Yeah.
Like
and you know to shave it against the grain, right? So it comes off in little bits.
Yeah. I do. I get pissed off with people that cut with the grain.
It's so much easier.
I was like, guys,
like, you don't know how to cut meat, motherfucker. You just know how to find the line.
I learned how to do that because my dad cuts with the grain. And I have nightmares of just like yanking on a fucking taco and shit, trying to bite the fajita off.
Right.
I was like, no, Dad, against the grain. That way it comes in chunks.
But this also comes to why you got to do some kind of marinade or something with it, because or either that or you do a real slow cook so the fat breaks down, because some of those cuts, man, like the fat is like that
thick fat.
It's like super glue, man. You got to chew through that.
It looks like caulk. Like they butchered near construction site.
Yeah, man. It has. If
you have that thick layer,
it's what I imagine if you were trying to chew on some of that silicone filling. Like it would be like just. Oh man, you hit some of that stuff and you're like, "Is there a bone in there? What the fuck?"
You were that fat turned into gristle, bro. Dude, but don't get me wrong, bro. A little bit of fat. Oh, dude, a little bit of fat at the end of the fajita.
Oh no, man! I like a shitload of fat on it, man. I went to a barbecue joint a while back, and I was like, dude, I want a pound of brisket, and this dude, like the brisket's there, right? And he's shaving off pieces, and like the first, like I'd say he's doing like maybe 6 cuts at the end, right? And he gets past the first 3, and he's getting to the bit where it's going to be a big chunk of fat, and I'm like, here comes a sweet bit, and he switches position and goes to another dry spot, and I was like, you have offended me, sir. Who taught you how to shave,
bro? That's Texas blasphemous right there, dude.
I was upset.
Blasphemy, I say. Every slice shall be accompanied by a thin lining of fat with that good old southern drawl. Marlboro.
I should get an apology and a refund for this.
Bro, there's some barbecue places, bro, like they got their fame and now they're being fucking dicks, bro. I'm not gonna say who, but I went to a local barbecue spot with some bomb ass baked potatoes. Yeah, saben quién es, you know, with brisket and dude, insane prices. I paid close to $20, bro, for my meal. With a small drink, no refill. Are you shitting me, man?
Yeah,
So it's abusive. Okay, somebody contact the Better Business Bureau. Dude, that's insane, bro. And we're like, oh, we're finally gonna get to try this spot. Me and my other fat friend, you know, like we're fucking fatting it out. You know, we're jiggling and vibrating our bellies together. You know, like, yeah, we're gonna go eat this place, and then come out like we got fucked, man. It wasn't even that good, bro. I've had better ones from like fucking what's that where they sell plates to like get money. Fundraiser. I've had better barbecue from fundraiser plates. I'm saying it. They're dropping the ball on this, man. We're Texas. We should have some good quality meat. And it's shitting fuck you in the ass when you pay at the register.
I get you, man. You know, it's fucked up, man. There was a high school in Edinburgh. I remember back in the day where the Future Farmers of America, FFA.
Yeah, FFA. My homies.
They did their. They
taught me how to weld.
Yeah, but I always like going in that little barn that they had at Edinburgh North, man. It was they just had the posters on the wall that showed you how to like cut the deer down and where to shoot it to get a heart shot, and you're like, yeah, you guys have some fun, don't you?
Dude.
But here's the thing: one year they did a fundraiser where they had barbecue plates, and it was literally one of the best pieces of like brisket, and just all the sides were good. It wasn't bullshit like, you know, that overly sweet bullshit like coleslaw or any crap. Like everything was good, right? And I remember a couple months later, one of the more official groups had a barbecue, and it was the typical bullshit. You know what I mean? Beans out of a can, fucking just like, you know, bullshit. Overly sweet mayonnaise. Ugh. Yeah.
Yuck. Sound like Pusha T. Yuck.
Don't call this mayonnaise Miracle Whip. Don't lie to me. But
Surgical Summer coming. Oh my God. Have you heard about that?
What?
The Pusha T and Drake beef?
A buddy of mine showed me the Pusha T track a couple days ago. Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
I have not heard.
I'm waiting for a Surgical Summer,
Drake's
bro.
Response.
He's not fired back.
Oh, he is not.
I think they're going to space this out.
Why draw it out?
Because it's for the summer, dude. They're selling album. Both of them had just released album, including Kanye. Jay-Z just dropped his.
Dude, yeah, but I heard, was it Kanye dropped one album one Friday and then a week later dropped another one?
Mm-hmm. Back to back.
Hey, man, I dig it.
He's going crazy, man. He's not crazy, bro. He's woke. He woke up from the... He's like, dude, I had surgery so I can look good for y'all. What the fuck? I had to get surgery because y'all would call me fat.
I know I'm probably doing myself a disservice by not watching that TMZ video. But
you gotta watch it. There's two of them. The first one where like the other black guy that works at TMZ is like...
Goes off on him?
Yeah, he goes off on him, dude. And because he said that slavery was a choice.
Yeah, I heard that bit.
And but yeah, there's that video where he fires back, and then there's the initial like Kanye rant.
I just kind of love with all the stuff that's going on around it, man. Like the Donald Glover bits on SNL, the Quiet Place skit.
Oh, I love that.
That was beautiful. I just love at the end, like he's just like poopity scoop.
Yeah, did he just say poopity scoop? I love that shit. Well, he's like, he's wearing a great American, make America great again hat. Oh my God, that shit was fucking hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, the album's not bad.
Is it? I haven't even heard it. Dude,
Yeah.
I listen to like hipster and like fucking hip hop from like Britain or like
the same buddy that was showing me
Germany.
the Pusha T track is big into the last two albums. Like, so he was like showing me some of the tracks, and the second one I would say, because it's with Kid Cudi. So it's
Ooh.
a collaboration with Kanye and Kid Cudi. And to be honest, man, I don't really care about the politics because there are plenty of artists who I would probably disagree with on site. But like, hey, man.
Have you heard of Joyner Lucas?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I love that guy, man.
I
His
enjoyed the
original
shit out of it.
remixes.
I haven't listened to a lot of the remixes, man,
yeah,
but I like the original work that he does.
No, the remixes he does of like mumble rappers.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some of. I've seen some of that. I haven't listened to it.
You got to see the Gucci Gang remix.
That one keeps popping up as a recommendation.
He destroys that beat, bro. He's like Gucci Gang, Louis Gang, Philly. I don't know what he goes on. You guys, I don't fuck with no name brands. This is straight up calling. You guys ain't gangs. Like you guys are name brands. Like get the
You
fuck
listen
out of here.
to J. Cole?
Yes, yeah.
He just came out with a track. I think it's 1985, where he's going at one of those little mumble motherfuckers. Oh, you've heard
I think
this
it
one?
was Tekashi 69, the guy with the braided hair. No,
Oh, that goofy motherfucker.
I think so. He's like half Mexican or Puerto Rican or something like that.
I don't even care, man. He just
That
yeah,
kid,
okay.
wow. Like he had, I don't know, like dude, mumble rap's stupid. Where the fuck? But he had a video he posted up on Instagram. I think it was him like, "Hey mom, I'm gonna take care of you." He had like 3 stacks of cash, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't even know how much it was each stack. Like, it was just 3 giant stacks of cash. And he hands it over to his mom. And the mom's like, what are you doing? He says, it's para ti. Like, you know, this is for you. Like, yo te voy a cuidar. Like, I'm going to take care of you.
Right.
And she's like, you know, and she like gives it to her. And she's like, oh, she panics. She puts it in her bag. And like, why are you hiding it? Like, don't hide it. You know, it's like, no, me van a robar. You know, like, the mom's like panicking and shit. And like, this dude's like fucking insane, dude. Like, there's confidence, being cocky, and then there's being a fucking idiot, bro. If you're walking around with shit ton of fucking cash like that, posting it on social media, like,
Yeah, man. Didn't he also have some kind of legal problems going on?
yeah, apparently he had a sex with a minor or something like that. I know a bunch of people were fucking like going.
Is that why he was getting threatened?
Yeah, they were gonna do a concert down here at South Padre Island in Texas. And he was going to have a concert during spring break. And then people just started protesting because he was, you got something about say, having sex with a minor or some shit like that.
Yeah, man.
It's still sold out, though.
Damn college kids.
Dude, the island's is shit, bro.
Man, I need to get my ass down there. Man.
Sorry. Dude, the island is shit, bro. Sorry, I fucked that up.
I'll be honest. It is. I would not go in the water anymore. But as far as just going down there and being able to just kind of like chill, man, it's as long as you can find a reasonable hotel price.
Not even that, dude. Airbnb, bro. They're doing condos for like the weekend, a couple days.
I have not messed around enough with Airbnb to.
Dude, check it out. My brother, for his wife's birthday, he got a condo just right before spring break.
Right on.
Probably like the week before. And they rented a 3-story condo for like $150. You know what I mean?
That's not bad.
Yeah, like or something like that, like two, 3, maybe, I don't know. But so we're getting the place right. We got like shit ton of room. It literally looked like it was built in the 90s. Like our room had the TV with the big ass back and shit, like the old school.
Nice.
You know, it had the lamps that you touch to turn on. It had those.
Yeah.
You know, it was very 90s. I loved it, bro. It was like, you know what I mean? Like going back in time. It was awesome. And yeah, dude, fucking badass place. We all had plenty of room, bro. They even had the bottom, because it was the first floor is the garage, and they had added like another little room in there. So it's one room.
Okay.
And then they had the stairs to the second floor, which was like the main floor. You got the kitchen, living room, right? And then the top floor had like 2 other bedrooms. You know, the living room couch pulled out to a bed. Like it's one of those like it was built for a spring break. Like we're gonna fit a shit ton of motherfuckers in
You
here.
pack this place to the gills.
Yeah, three bathrooms. No, 2.5. My bad. No, 3.5. No, 4. Nay, 4.5. No, it was 3.5.
And they had a hose out back.
Oh yeah, they had the showers on the side of the house. Like when you come back from the beach.
That's
but yeah,
nice.
so we had this fucking place. It was fucking badass, dude. It came with a pool table. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah, it was a pool table in the garage and shit.
Nice.
And last day we're there. We're already packing up to come home. They were doing construction nearby and they cut the water. So like I was smart enough. I showered the night before. You know what I mean? And we're like, oh, because we had to take off early.
Right.
And water's out. They couldn't shower. They couldn't shit. He calls the guy up and like, hey man, fucking cut the water. You can't do this. You fucking can't use the restroom. The guy refunded the entire money for the entire weekend.
Sweet.
So we fucking stayed at the condo for like fucking 2-3 days for free.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Stand up motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was the company or Airbnb, kind of like insurance.
You know what, man? You may be right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
To kind of cover your ass, like, hey, this being Airbnb sucked. Oh, we apologize. We're gonna refund your money and we're gonna charge your motherfuckers.
Yeah, nah, man. There are certain instances I have issues with the whole practice of insurance, man. It's as it's been explained to me, it's a little too much like gambling. But
It is, man. But on the day that you need it and you don't have it,
well, that's what I'm saying. In certain situations like that, like take for example when you rent a car, like when you get the insurance on the car, it's like if the car gets damaged, it's covered. Don't worry about it. It's like that's what that is. Yeah. In that certain situation where the car may get damaged in whatever fucking way it may
or
be.
get stranded in New Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling somebody about the clean job that we had to do on that rental vehicle, man. And like, dude, when I went to go pick it up, the guy, the main dude met me in the front. He was like, yeah, man, we'll get your car right now. And he turns to the shop, I guess the guy that's running it. He's like, hey, man, can we get such and such vehicle? And the guy goes, kind of gets this like momentary pause on his face. He's like, I think we may need to let that air out a little bit. And I was like, oh shit, what kind of chemicals are they using on this motherfucker?
Wow. They use like the bug bomb.
Right.
But it's like a scent. It's like a Febreze like air scent bomb. We sell them at fucking not we, but when I used to work at O'Reilly's, they have them there. So what you do is you like get the AC going, but you like close the windows and you release it and close the doors and leave it like overnight or whatever. And in the morning, it'll be like completely gone, whatever the fuck was in there.
Right on.
Like if it smells like fish, no more fish. It smells like some dank pussy. It might still stick around. That's a very sticky smell.
I was just thinking maybe something caustic, man, because you ever fucked around with those citrus extract cleaners?
I love those. I love the smell of those.
Well, here's the thing, man. If you work like a little too close, or at least with some of them, the extra strong ones that are meant to take like stains off of tile and shit like that, like those will bust the capillaries in your nose, man.
Are you serious? They're that strong?
They're caustic as fuck, man. You're off mic right now, by the way.
They're that strong?
Yeah. Buddy of mine was telling me about cleaning.
I still want to vape like on the mic.
Yeah, no, man. Buddy of mine was telling me a story one time where he was cleaning up an apartment that he was moving out of, and they were trying to get the stains off of the bathroom sink.
The fuck was he?
And
what was he doing in the bathroom sink, bro?
I think
what kind of stains can they not remove?
No, it was like a a bunch of people living in a apartment or something.
Fucking toothpaste, shaving cream, hairs.
Yeah. The female occupants' makeup and whatnot. Oh, yeah. So, by the way, your bathroom is illustrious.
Thank you. Did you notice the shampoo holder?
Yeah, it was very nice, very nice.
It was a nice addition because we normally had the one that hangs on the shower head.
You're a house of discipline. I will give you that.
Yes, thank you. Like it's like looks like random chaos, but it has this beauty to it.
No, I just cleaned my own restroom, so I have that appreciation of a clean tile at the moment.
Like, at the moment.
Wipe down surfaces.
Oh, dude, my girlfriend, fucking old school baking powder, fucking vinegar, goes hard.
Nice.
I hate the smell of vinegar, dude, but I know it's clean. So, like legit, like we have a sack of baking powder. Yeah, no, or is it baking soda?
I think it's baking soda, man.
Baking soda. Baking powder is for muffins.
You're not going to do anything but smear it around if it's baking powder.
Why does it smell like waffles?
No, was it a Scary Movie, the first one where he's like, remember, honey, you cut it with baking soda, not powder.
Because they'll grow muffins out of their nose. I love that. I love that.
Oh, man. I wish I could remember who the actor was that played that part, man.
That was a beautiful.
Yeah,
But he played it. He played that gimp beautifully. Remember where he pops out? He has like a ball in his mouth when they kidnap him.
Yeah. Shit, man.
He just dips, right? He's like, "Honey, I'm gonna take off. I'll be back." And he's just like,
well done.
That's when fucking funny movies. I think that was like the last generation of like a legit funny movie. Like, not parody movie. Sorry, that was like the legit last good parody movie.
Yeah, it was still in the vein of something like Airplane, where it had its own original premise, even though it was borrowing from all these other, films.
It was the Wayans brothers, man.
Yeah.
The Wayans brothers. Well, yeah, once they like let go of that franchise,
Dude,
it got stupid. Just a bunch of potheads.
Right. Yeah. I've always enjoyed Keenan Ivory Wayne's work, man. Like, I'm gonna get you, sucker is still one of my favorite movies.
Can I get a rib?
Dude, just the bit at the end where Isaac Hayes dies, he just falls over and shoots himself.
That was fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh man.
I take it back, cause what's his name? He played he's like a black African like kung fu fighter. And, Dynamite.
Oh, Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Yeah, that one was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man.
They played homage to kind of like the super
most
team.
definitely, man. I like that movie, and the cartoon is also pretty good, man. Like, in some places, the animation, you can tell they skimped a little bit, but for the most part, man, it's cool, man. It's one of those that if you show it, like, if you're just like sitting around watching it and like the wrong person walks in, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Oh my god, the tiny dick, the little Richard. Oh, when they solve the puzzle.
Have you ever seen the animated episode with Mr. Rogers?
No.
He loses his shit.
No, I have not seen that one.
Yeah, they try to shut down his show or like make him do a commercial or something like that, and he just like snaps and he turns the kids into like his own little militia.
I have not seen that one. I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, it's based on that whole. You heard that, like, the story's bullshit, but it's Mr. Rogers was actually a sniper in Vietnam.
Yeah, I've heard that one. They did. I think SNL did a parody on that.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. I gotta check that out.
Or something like, I don't know. It was Matt. I think it was Matt. It was somebody. It was like Mr. Rogers, but like in Nam.
Apparently, they just came out with a documentary where the guy that played the post guy, apparently he's been gay since like the 60s or something, and Mr. Rogers was like, "Could you just not tell people you're gay?"
I'll ruin the show for the kids.
Like, I love you just the way you are, but could you not tell anybody that you are the way you are? It'd just be awesome. Won't you be my silent neighbor?
Hey, I don't know. That's stupid.
No, go on a tangent.
No, I shall not. I don't know. I want to talk about something. I know.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I got to take a mad piss, so why don't we pause it here?
Go for it.
Okay, say that again.
Have you ever like gotten fucked on a roll of coins?
Okay, no.
No, like you open it, like it feels like there's like the coin, like you're trusting the bank at this point, or wherever the fuck you're getting this roll of coins. Like I get changed because I used to manage a vape shop, so when we were running low on change, I had to run to the bank. Right. I've gotten I needed nickels. So I went to the bank and grabbed like $4 worth of nickels, 2 rolls.
Right.
And one of them was fucking nickels, right? And I opened up the other one, and it's like 4 nickels, 2 on each end, and the rest are pesos.
I almost feel like you should say the name of that bank out loud.
I don't even remember where I got it from, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it was a while back.
If I'll be honest, if I went to a bank and they fucking pulled some kind of shit like that, I'd be very, I'd be offended in the highest order, man.
But it was too late, man. I couldn't.
That's like a breakdown of society type of shit right there. Like, what the fuck is like? It's not like you went to the local gas station and were like, "Hey, man, let me get some of this."
Jesus, just fucking break it.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
And just bezels. I'm out $2, and it's $2, you know. So you can't really like, can't be like, "Oh, I want my $2 and nickels back."
And then there's always the worry that you go back to the bank and you're like, "This happened," and they just gaslight you like that. It's not
That's
us.
insane. Actually, no. A lot of people were doing that, and they got fucked. So what they start doing, they only give change. Some banks only give change to their customers. Like if you have an account with them, that way they have you on file that you got change from them.
Yeah, I would assume that would be.
And if you don't, they'll ask for your social security. Yeah. Dude, I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just need to break 100. And you can do that. You can go to any bank, bro, and like break anything. If it's 100 and less, you can break it with no problem. It's just like $100.
Right on.
But it comes more of a problem with larger amount of money.
Well, I've tried to break change at like a bank that wasn't mine before, but usually they just go, "Are you a customer?" And I'm like, "No," and then they tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, because you're not in the system about the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want to prove that you came from there, and the teller marks down how many nickels and rolls and all that shit.
Yeah, but even if you think about it from a broad perspective, man, the bank isn't there as a money changer, man. They don't make their cash that way.
Where the fuck do we get change? It's like where can we get change if not a bank? Come on, man. They're making it so hard.
True enough, man.
You can't go to fucking Walmart. Some Walmarts are cool with it. Some HEBs are cool with it. And HEBs are like Texas-based, South Texas-based.
Well, I remember when
Walmart.
I was much younger, occasionally when I needed change, I'd go to the gas stations that had...
the stripes, you can get change there.
Yeah, where they have the money... fuck, what are those called?
The MoneyGram?
Money orders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a shit ton of coins.
Yeah, man. We just go and get there.
I remember, where, never mind. That story is only going to be on my autobiography.
No, and I remember
Look
being
forward
like...
to Jokes and Tears by Rudy Barba.
I remember being an 8-year-old little wandering nomad. We were living in an apartment complex in Houston, and we'd want a huge apartment complex. Like, take like this block that you're living in right now, which is like what, 3 or 4 buildings.
I think it goes up to H.
Yeah, kind of rearranged this and then like maybe double or triple it, and it was a big complex. And they had 3 pools. But yeah, man, it was a little, like I said, nomadic gang of children, all fucking Lord of the Flies style. And we'd wander off through the woods and find a hole in the fence and get out. And we'd go down to the little gas station that had, one, they had the air machine, so you could fill up your bike tire. And 2, they had the money order stand, so you could get change. Like, we'd go in there with like a $5 bill and get like a $5 in quarters, and then take that shit back to the Circle K on the other side of the fucking block that had Street Fighter 2.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Get us a hot dog, get us a Slurpee, hole up, and just fucking...
Those were the days, bro.
Right on, man. Use those quarters until they were done. Try to ride out that last character as long as possible. It's like, dude, I don't know how to fight Bison. Jump in here, man. Yeah.
Hadouken!
I do believe we lost a little bit of a connection to video games, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, oh, it's new games out. Oh, I can download it from my house. Dude, you used to like save up. You find a quarter, dude. That's going in your pocket, no matter who the fuck it belongs to.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, we save up, bro. And I remember the arcade I had was the one in the mall.
El Centro, right?
Yeah, El Centro Mall.
Yeah, what, Nickelodeon, right? Was the name of the joint?
Yeah, it was Nickelodeon, and they changed it to something else and then closed down.
Yeah, man. I think they did themselves a disservice as far as... don't get me wrong. I'm sure they made a lot of money on what's the word? Remodeling the joint and
Revamping.
And bringing in a bunch of other retailers and all that shit. They probably made a shitload of money. Good for them, man. They got the movie theater there with the XD. Is that the one that has the XD seats or whatever it is?
Now it is. They got
Yeah. I still haven't gone and
it
tried
went from
those
a mall
out.
to kind of more of a strip mall.
Yeah, man. Well, that's where I'm going with it, man. Like they kind of lost that whole. That used to be a place where you'd go and spend a couple hours. It'd be like, hey, man, I'm gonna hit the arcade, and then maybe you'd go around the corner. You remember, was it the gold?
The Gold Mine.
Gold Mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that place,
I spent
bro.
hours playing pool there, man.
Oh, dude, it was insane. There was nothing else like it, bro.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, I remember they had like a 12-inch. I think it was maybe bigger, like Power Rangers.
Yeah, they had
Like
toys, knives, lighters.
Oh my god, it was a beautiful place.
It was kind of a head shop, even. I think they had.
They had incense.
Yeah.
They had behind the counter.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it was also kind of like a collector stuff. They had some crazy ass shit up in the walls, man.
Yeah, some of those posters that were up were not PG-13, man.
Oh, dude, in the black, remember the black light room in the back of the pool tables?
Yep. Like I said, hours I spent there, man.
Dude, everybody was fucking stoned in there, man. Jeez, I didn't even know what weed was. I knew these guys were off.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, it was insane, man. That was fucking badass,
Okay,
bro.
let's be honest. If you're gonna say gentrify the joint, you get rid of the gold mine. But if you're still gonna maintain some sort of community atmosphere, or not a community, that's the wrong word for it, but like a recreational type of atmosphere where people are gonna. I mean, they've got the. Okay, that's the thing. They have the main event, right? I don't know what kind of setup the main event has.
It's shit compared to what we had before.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. You maintain the little. All right, first of all, the whole idea that you only have one outlet doing the same thing. Like, hey, man, have two different pizza joints on separate sides of the mall, man. Maybe I go here, I get myself a cannoli. I wander down to the other side, I pick myself up a slice or something. You know what I mean? Like have Nickelodeon, man. Have the old school arcade with. I mean, that place had skee ball. It had the old school '80s game, Galaga, and fucking
had so much shit. It was, and they were broken too. Like towards the end, they didn't put they failed to maintain it, bro. That's what I think. I think that's what did it in, bro.
You know what, man? I keep getting my hopes up and getting very very disappointed when some of these local places try to do like game rooms, like some of the.
Have you been? I think it's called the Flux.
I have not been there.
It's pretty close to what we had, man.
Now, where's this at?
It's right here on 23rd and Alana, where Cigar Bar is at. That same plaza.
Really?
Yeah, right there. Like actually, where the plaza meets.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that out, man.
You pay like $5 and you can play for like infinite or some shit like that.
Now, is that a late night joint?
Yeah, dude. On the weekends, they're actually open till 2, I believe. I think hopefully they're still doing that because they used to have BYOB, and got a little out of hand, a little competitive on the Street Fighter 2. You know how that gets.
Yeah.
And so no more BYOB, but yeah, I think they're open late. But same thing, bro.
Well, that's cool, man.
Just a little card. Well, they're free. They're like hooked up for infinite games, but like the main event. I've been to some other bowling alleys around here. Fucking card, bro. You just swipe it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, man? What happened to the fucking pocket full of change, dog? Like, chang. You can hear me walking to the arcade, man.
You know what, man? I can understand getting rid of the tokens. Like, even if you go tokens instead of quarters, which makes sense because you can set the balance on the weight so you can't fake it as easy. You know what I mean? And that's great. And plus, you get to do whatever you want with the token as far as putting some design on it or whatnot. And at some point somebody's going to walk out with a handful of them and
release them into the world.
I don't know. I at one point I had a bag full of tokens, man, like old school arcade tokens. I don't know what the fuck happened to those damn things. But hey, man, nostalgia's a motherfucker.
We're old, Sean. Dude, it's coming closer, bro. It's coming towards us faster than it took for us to grow up. We're getting old. Age is falling upon our backs.
I've been thinking a lot about this lately, man. The idea that the way memory is set up, where whatever is, say, deemed more important or significant, kind of seems closer to you than, for example, think about like the last year of your life, and like how some things are, you're like, oh, like that didn't happen that long ago, but then you think about something else and you're like, fuck, that was, a long, like something 3 months back seems like a while back, and then like, something from 9-10 months ago, just because your brain is still like thinking about that
exactly
in some way.
You don't really remember the event, but you remember the last time you remembered that event.
Yeah, man. Well, thinking about that, man, I got on the idea of like when you start getting into ideas of like getting your head straight and all that, like really thinking about your life and whatnot. Like it all talks about like pay more attention to it, right? And I think part of that is, man, if you're a little more aware of what's going on around you, you have more memories, and like that time kind of you get a little bit more of significance out of the amount of time that has passed.
Exactly. Like recently, like I got nephews, and they're like,
Right.
they're that age that like I kind of like started having cognitive thinking where I could actually remember. So and you start seeing them, but you're seeing yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dealing with your parents, their grandparents, and it's like, hey, what the fuck? Well, you didn't you didn't cut me a break, like, what the fuck? And like for an instance, I've noticed that the boogeyman isn't the top dog anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently there's like a motherfucker that's like 1,000 times scarier than El
Slender Man?
Cucuy.
What?
Yeah. El Cucuy is no longer the top boogeyman in the Mexican world. There's a new motherfucker that's like super scary, and it's got these little pussy ass generation like quivering, and it's called El Chucky. Have you heard of El Chucky?
It's a new one on me, brother.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And El Chucky, I was like, my mom's like you remember? She tells me in Spanish, but she's like, you remember? You've seen the movies. Like, movies of El Chucky? Like, what the fuck is that? Chucky.
Uh-huh.
They're scared of Chucky. Yeah. It's no more, it's no longer like, hey, watch out, El Cucuy is going to get you. No, El Chucky. And like, oh, El Chucky. Like they start panicking and shit. It's like, are you motherfuckers scared of a doll?
This is where nostalgia gets dangerous, man.
Are you fucking shitting me? Like, what the fuck? Like El Cucuy, that motherfucker was scary, bro, because you didn't know what the fuck he looked like.
Right.
He could be anything. He could be a dark shadow. He could be like fucking. You don't know
that was
what
the whole point.
Exactly, bro. That was the Cucuy, bro. That was like, like your parents are trying to call you to your room. Like, they don't go over it, though. Agarra el Cucuy. The Cucuy is going to get you. And like, hey, hold up. In my head,
Yeah, it was your first fear tactic.
yeah. I was like, hey, hold up, fuck up. Who's El Cucuy? And I was like, well, why is he going to grab me? Like, are you going to let some motherfucker grab me? You're my parents. You're supposed to take care of me. And not the El Cucuy. I was like, are you serious? Who's this motherfucker? Does he live here? Why is he around the corner?
Are you paying him?
Is he paying rent? Like, what the fuck? Is it Theo? Like, like, what the fuck? It could be anything, bro. Like,
No, it's some 1984 fucking brainwashing shit. It's like we've always been at war with
El Cucuy. Dude, fucking, you still do it till this day, bro. Anything scary happens, hey, bro, fucking Cucuy, bro. Straight up. You're fucking stoned as fuck, driving by a state trooper, Cucuy. The bills are coming up, and your paycheck still hasn't kicked in, Cucuy, bro. That's the beauty of El Cucuy. Right? It literally anything. You can't be like, oh, you haven't paid bills, El Chucky. Fuck that shit. Cookies, yeah, once you attach like a name to a thing, like, what the fuck? It's like a little killer doll. Take the batteries out.
Yeah, man.
Decapitate it. Get a magnifying glass and burn it under the sun. Like,
shit, man. You ever read Harry Potter?
yeah, I've seen the movies.
Okay. Well, that's got like the best representation, but there's
No shit. The movies have the best representation of a book.
Well, no. I mean Harry Potter in general, man. Of the idea of a Bogart, like a basically something that like whatever you're afraid of, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
the chest.
yeah. Well, the thing that's in the chest.
Yeah, the thing that's in the chest. Yeah, man, you just gotta turn your fears around. Like me, I was afraid of heights, dude. Afraid of heights. I was like, oh shit, we're not supposed to be this high, especially as a fat man. And like I'm coming down faster than you are. Well, unless we're in a
I didn't necessarily ace physics, but I know that mass has a part to play.
So like I was afraid of heights, man. Took my first plane ride, dude. I think I was like 14. It was crazy. It was awesome. Now I fucking went and came from like Ohio the other day. Well, the other weekend.
I'm a fan. I would fly anytime I get the chance, man.
Dude, I fucking love it, bro. You fucking fall asleep, wake up in another state. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, even shitty coach seats, man. Like as long as I get a window spot.
Right, I love it, dude. They don't want window. The guys I work with, they don't want window. I love window. I love looking out and see all this shit fly by. Granted, I used to be afraid of heights.
Right.
But you're in a plane. You know what I mean? Like there's doors and seatbelts and shit. It looks like a car.
Yeah, man. Well, just the way a plane operates, man. It's not like you're suddenly like if they ever get that whole ballistic shuttle thing down where you can take like a flight from here to China in like 45 minutes, you know, that's going to be a little weird because there's going to be some weightlessness at the peak of that flight. And I think that's going to scare the shit out of like a good percentage of people that try that.
This is going to be a shit ton of like Japanese businessmen just used to it.
I'm just saying, man, there's
like
reasons
they're over it already. Like, oh, calm down. Like,
there's reasons they give astronauts diapers, right?
Right. I thought they had toilets.
They do, man. It's fascinating. If you ever get a chance, like look up how those things work. They're like vacuum cleaners. The toilets.
Really?
You can't let shit. You can't let literal shit or just, urine perhaps.
Wait, hold on. It's like vacuuming while they're shitting?
Yeah. There's a pull to it, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's how you...
That's got to be a weird sensation. Like you don't come back to Earth the same way because of that toilet.
Right. But if you get like used to it, it's like the 3 seashells once you go there. I don't know.
I still don't know what the fuck they were.
They never explain, man. That's the whole point. Kukui.
Oh my god. This should be an episode on its own. The Kukui Chronicles.
We'll come back to this next week and explore further the concept.
The idealism behind El Kukui and how retailers are taking advantage of it.
Oh, man.
Get insurance now, motherfuckers, or El Kukui will come for your ass. Aflac is Doug for El Kukui.
Dude, that would be the most successful regional commercial ever.
¿No tienen seguranza? You don't have insurance? Did a Kukui say trooper just drive by you? Come on down to Barba Insurance.
Oh, man.
Give us $20 and we'll take care of it.
You know, it's funny, man. I remember noticing when like regional commercials started getting like way more distinct. Mm-hmm. Like you got to the point where if you drove like north of San Antonio, all of a sudden the commercials were all like, Dallas version of the Tacoma, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, like the, off the top of my head, I think it was Ford that was doing the special editions, like the Texas Ranger, South Texas Jim West, fucking, I don't know. They had so many fucking.
They had a bag, we have the Texas and the Lone Star edition and King Ranch and all that shit. When I was working in Louisiana, I know I keep referring to it, but it was 3 months and the best 3 months of my life. I love Louisiana. Yeah. But
you had fun. I get it.
I had so much fun. They have a Bayou edition. Swamp edition or something like that.
But that's what I'm saying, man. They have all these little...
Badass, dude. It was like jacked up, mud flaps, giant tires. It was fucking redneck ready, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like you make that drive back into Texas, man, and like at some point around like fucking Baton Rouge, all of a sudden the commercials get a little different on the radio.
Yeah. Come on down to Weird Ass Cooking Day. Your cattle's been going out. You need a fence to fix. You need somebody to fix your fence.
Oh man, dude, seriously, Louisiana could be a long, scary drive at night.
I love it. And the tall, weird trees that like look
Right.
like they're dead, but they still have some kind of weird like they're weeping.
Yeah, man.
And
They
you
got the
start getting
moss
that
coming
mist
off of
skin,
'em.
look like you're in a fucking Scooby Doo movie.
Right.
Oh, dude, I love it. I fucking love it, dude. And that weird smell of the bayou.
Yeah. East Texas is about as swampy as I prefer to get myself, man. But
Houston's a fucking swamp.
yeah, no,
Like,
literally
yeah.
built on a bayou.
That's no bueno, man.
You got to put some platoon. What are those called? The floaters,
The pontoon?
pontoons.
Pontoons?
Got to put some pontoons on that house, boy.
Fuck yeah, dude. That'd be hilarious. Just like, we're sinking. Those giant blue barrels pop out of nowhere.
Dude, seriously, just call up somebody, be like, "Hey, I want to buy a houseboat." It's like, all right, where do you want it delivered? Downtown Houston.
And just make it into a club until it floods again.
Yeah.
And then just new location.
We keep the party going during the flood.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's insane.
If you fall off the boat, we're not responsible.
No looting will be tolerated while on the pontoon party boat. Thank you. Oh my God, he saved my life. Here's the light. Yeah.
2-drink minimum, sweetheart. I
Randy
don't have
Rogers
my
is
card.
playing a live show right
Want to give another thank you to the boys in the band?
Thank you for another successful hurricane flood.
I just want to let you know again, if you did park in the parking lot, those cars are gone.
If you left your keys, you're fucked.
If you still have your keys on you, we'll treat you to another drink.
Have a giant fishbowl. It's secretly a swingers party. That's how you get them during the hurricane.
Right. You work your way up to it. You don't start
What
off
happens in
that
a
way.
hurricane stays there.
Sometimes it floats downstream.
They use it to wash away all the condoms. Sometimes It was insane, bro. That was a big thing that happened here in Texas, bro. I fucking donated a shit ton of water to that.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Man, it just gets so damn crazy sometimes when the storms hit in some of this coastal area. Like, it's these certain spots, man. Like, when it hits, it just does damage, man.
And did you see there was a Corpus? When I remember that last year that storm was gonna hit Corpus, and people were boarding up their windows and everything like that.
Right.
Well, there was this people out there that had a condo that was beachfront.
Yeah.
So they had the windows. They just put 2x4s like going across. Like they couldn't find any panels.
Okay.
Oh my God, that shit was hilarious. It was like, well, we couldn't find any panels, but we put this up, so hopefully it works. Like they knew it wasn't gonna work, but they were like, fuck it, let's see if it works.
Corpus is a weird situation, man, because there's that beachfront part of the city that's fairly low to the water level, but it's technically on record as, I think, being the highest coastal city in North America.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's up on think about when you come in from Corpus, man. Like you're on the highway and everything's at ground level, and then all of a sudden you're up on a overpass, and the ground is just like kind of falling away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's it's up pretty high, man. But it's just kind of, you keep building towards the beach, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, the storm's coming.
Dude, the Bay Area. I love the Bay Area. That's where the Selena statue's at. We're there the majority of the time. We go to the comedy club up there.
Right, man.
I love that place. It's beautiful. It smells like shit, but I love it.
Yeah, that little downtown area has its own little appeal, man.
Do you get fucking college kids, oil riggers, fucking...
Dude, man. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It's a party town, bro.
One of those times we all carpooled up there to do a couple of open mics. Some guy walks up, man, looks like he just crawled out of a fucking like a farmyard, like scruffy beard, like t-shirts, kind of a little bit fucking,
Oh,
threadbare.
that's Steve. I'm like, Steve, I know this Steve.
Yeah, no, man. But he comes up and he's like, "Oh man, you were funny. You were funny. I really enjoyed your stuff. All this." And then pays the waitress his tab, and it's something like $100 or something like that. And it's like, holy shit, man. Like yeah, oh yeah, oil rigs,
Yeah, dude. Fuck
money. All right, I get you.
bro.
All right, they got the refinery there, right?
They got the refineries and they got some offshore. That's the other thing, dude. I noticed from South Padre Island, they're putting more rigs out there, dude. It's not the same. It's not the same like scenery you would see where you would, look
dude,
out into the deep blue sea and the horizon and look fucking beautiful. Now you got a fucking rig blocking.
I was just talking to someone the other day, man. Like, there's, all right, South Padre is a sandbar island, but it's pretty, like, it does have a rock bed there. But if one of those rigs comes off its moorings and just drifts in, like, that shit could take out like a multi-story building, man. Like
I'm pretty sure they're reinforced, like somehow, or at least they'll sink. I doubt they'll like float.
Not necessarily, man. A family member of mine had a beach house out on Dauphin Island in Alabama, and it's not too dissimilar from South Padre in the way it's set up. Like, it's a sandbar island that's just kind of built up on a rock bed. And one of the storms came through, and one of the rigs got loose, and that motherfucker just floated straight inland and took out like a whole block of houses, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. It's like, what happened to your house? Oil rig?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man, like South Padre.
Now I got another fear. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's one of the reasons that you don't let those things too close to land. You know what I mean? It's one thing
I
if they
almost
just
went
kinda,
out there, dude.
Oh,
To
really?
like work off rig.
Right on.
I was going for it, and they were gonna get the classes because you had to take a helicopter crash safety course or something like that.
Right on.
I mean, dude,
For insurance purposes.
Yeah, for insurance purposes, because like once that thing goes down,
It's
you're
not
going
like
down.
it's not like they necessarily care for your safety. It's like, oh my God, Rudy went down.
They just care to cover that. We trained him. We taught him something. We stuck him in an Olympic-sized pool upside down.
No,
He knows what to do.
Now, Mr. Barba, your son knew the risks.
Yeah, man. I was like probably like a week or two from getting my helicopter safety training, and I would have like my certificate to work offshore. I already had my TWIC.
Right on.
You know, I was gonna be out there, dude. And then we got fucking laid off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it's like, "Well, man, you can. I mean, if you can still like, I can't cover your classes, man, but like, you can still take them on your own." And I was like, "Do you realize that's like a $600 lesson?" I just spent my check, thinking I had at least one more week.
You know that thing I said about being a highly paid janitor? Like, I'm not that highly paid.
I was fucking around, man. You can't take a joke. Jeez, my pink slip. I'll get out of here. Unemployment, here I come. Actually, no, I didn't. Everybody else came back and claimed unemployment, man. I stayed over there, and I worked at La Ship.
Lost ship.
La Ship, L.A., Louisiana, La Ship.
Okay.
And it's actually an international company. So they can, like, employ, like, Japanese and, like, fucking Hindus and, like, just... Dude, it looked like...
What were you doing?
I was an electrician. We were building boats.
Oh, right on. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, like the transporter boats for like the giant crates.
Yeah, man.
Like they take the supplies to the rigs.
Right on.
And yeah, we're working that shit, dude. There was Mexicans, dude. There was groups of fucking Koreans, Japanese, fucking everybody's welding, and it was insane, dude. Just everybody working on the same project at the same time, dude. It was just manpower, building shit. Dude, there was a shit ton of girls working there too, bro. It was male and female working together, bro.
Right on.
Different ethnicities, fucking building gigantic fucking boats. It was insane. Like I've never seen anything like that. Just people 24/7, bro. They had night crews, day crews, like fucking. There was always somebody fucking working, dude.
I've never seen a shipyard, man, but I've watched a couple videos of like
They
Boeing plants.
They have this they build the boat on the rack that they use to like send it off into the water.
Right.
So they start building the boats, and they have these giant fucking like frames holding it up and shit. It's fucking crazy. You feel tiny walking in there. Like you finally feel what it is to be an ant. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. It was like 3 stories high to get to where the fuck we had to go in, and like fuck those stairs. Fuck those stairs. But yeah, man, it was people working all the time, and dude, you're like, I'm pulling giant cables of wire through the fucking catwalks and shit. There's a motherfucker welding next to me. The guy right next to him is gonna grind what the fuck he just welded. You know, the painters popping out from under the floor. Like, there's people walking around collecting trash. There's fucking carpenters building the fucking, like, the steering wheel columns and installing screens, and fucking they're putting in gas for the kitchen, and they're fucking... Dude, it was insane.
Well, like you said, like ants.
Yeah, dude, we're just working, dude. I loved it. It was it was weird. I was having fun. They were like, "Hey, do this shit." I knew what the fuck to do. Like, you know, like, well, we're gonna pull this wire. I was a helper, dude. So like, they had me bouncing back and forth between the Puerto Ricans and the black guys and the white guys and the fucking foreman, and because being bilingual, it fucking comes in handy. Like down here, everybody's fucking bilingual. Like even you, I'm pretty sure, your Spanish is on point.
I can accomplish menial tasks. Yes.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Never used that sentence in my life.
¿Tenían papeles para churros?
You know what I mean.
And I have a bit on this shit about the Puerto Ricans. But really, dude, it was insane. They had me going back and forth and going through, like, in the ships. Mm-hmm. They have these giant like ladders that run like through the center of them, like from the top floor all the way down to the bottom. Right. I think they're called trunks. I forgot. Like if you open the hatch to go in, like it's just straight down the ladder. And sometimes, like you'll pop up where there's like they haven't even installed the plate to step on yet. Right. And we had to run cables through those holes, like, you know, because they would go through all the floors. Right. So we're fucking running cables like crazy, and, you know, dude, it was fucking, oh my God, dude, we would finish a job. Foreman would come in and say, "What the fuck are you guys doing? That shit's backwards." We had to rewire that shit. And that sucks nuts because we had already cut it to, you know, like, to the length and shit. It's all
specifically fitted. And...
Dude, oh my God, dude, there was very low ceiling area where we're running all the wires for, like, you know, the blinkers at the wiper. No, there was actually wipers. The gigantic fucking wipers, dude. Right. And, you know, wipers. Basically everything in the fucking captain's, like, you know, chair and shit. And the coordinates and all that stuff. So we're running that stuff, and it's like fiber optics and, you know, like fucking cables, fucking computer wires and shit, Ethernet cables and doing all that shit. It was the weird mixture of cables. You know what I mean? Like,
just anything that needed to be run was getting run.
Yeah. And we're fucking doing that. It was probably like maybe 3 feet. Like that was the height of the room.
Shit.
Yeah. And we're like fucking 10 motherfuckers jammed in there, dude. Running wires. Like fucking through this little, like, it looked like chicken wire almost. It was shaped in a U. Kind of like a half pipe. Right. And running through the motherfuckers, zip tying them, like crazy, dude. And it was insane. Fucking fiberglass all over the place. Oh, dude. They gave us masks because we're in, like, enclosed areas. Right. So we can breathe. And because there's a lot of shit. Like I said, dude. Fucking welders, grinders, painters. There's a lot of shit in the air.
Yeah, there's some stuff you don't want to be breathing in.
Yeah. So we had to I had to shave my beard, bro. All my facial hair. No, they keep the mustache, but I look very pervy, like a diabetic Freddie. Fuck Queen.
Right.
What's his name? Fuck Fred. No, Freddie Fender. No. What's his name? Lead singer of Queen.
Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
It looked like a diabetic Freddie Mercury.
Jeez.
With an anorexic mustache. I was like,
Nice. And that's a visual that's gonna stick.
yeah. And I just I shaved it all off. And I was using the mask, and I noticed, dude, I was going through filters like crazy. There's so much shit in the air that the filters and these were like fucking industrial strength filters. I had to swap them out every 2 to 3 days. Until I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm the only one wearing the mask. I was like, I didn't wear it. Fucking boogers, bro, caked in black.
Yep.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? And I was smoking cigarettes on top of that shit, dude. My lungs were jacked. 2 packs a day.
I can only imagine the rasp.
Dude, I was fucking smoking cigarettes and shit, walking around and fucking.
No, I get you, man.
Hey, Tony, you going to lunch? Oh, when that fucking legit, fucking loud, everybody just dropped the shit. Everybody, punk. Let's get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? No. Let's go to lunch. You can't be here. Union rules.
Get the fuck off the job site.
Yeah, everybody. There was not a single motherfucker. Maybe the OSHA guys walking through, inspecting shit during lunch. But can you hear me? That's good?
A little closer to the mic.
How about now?
That's good.
Better. All right, cool. Because I felt like I was leaning this way.
Yeah, no, you just got to be in the direction.
Yeah. Dude, fuck, man.
No, I get you, man. It's you look back on it, it's like, oh, they're great times. I was breathing in metal shavings. But great times.
Oh, dude. There's these fucking slackers, dude. I'm fucking working, running wire, cable, fucking zip tying. These dudes will come up and start talking about stupid shit about rappers, or start talking about where the fuck happened in the game, or just fucking. I was like, dude, really? Hey, fucking foreman's in the office right now, man. Don't even fucking worry about it. I was like, Jesus. I was just running the cables and
boats, man. We're building boats. Yeah,
dude. Oh, and I was installing a control panel,
right?
And you have to install the bottom plate of the control panel where the wires are going through,
right?
So I lay down and I'm I'm under a car. You know what I mean? Out of force of habit, of course. So I'm and I'm installing everything and running the cables. The foreman walks by, and the dudes were fucking 5 feet away from me for 30 minutes talking about fucking who's the greatest rapper ever or what the fuck they were doing. Mm-hmm. And fucking foreman comes over and is what the fuck did he say? Laying on the job, or laying down on the job, or asleep on the job? I was like, what? I was like, what? No, I'm installing the control panel. I was like, all right, I'll keep it on, you Barba. And I was like,
motherfucker.
Dude, are you fucking shitting me, man? Nah,
man.
They knew his routine, though.
Of course.
They knew in that area they were at his line of sight.
Fuck it, man. I mean, you almost have to plan to that when you do something of that size, man. There's going to be at least a small percentage of motherfuckers
it's an Ocean's 11 of unemployment.
Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, dude. I've been... did I send you some music from Colors?
I don't think so.
No? Gotta check that. It's on YouTube.
Right on.
So I've been listening to that shit. One of my coworkers let me know about it. And they got fucking... I'm so hipster right now. There's underground European rappers, then the musicians. There's German rappers, French rappers. There's American rappers. There's it's not all just rap. There's some metal. I mean, there's some music, different genres and shit. Pretty cool, chill music, man. Colors. Just put Colors music on YouTube, right? And it'll pop up. And the majority of them are pretty good. There's some that are kind of like, okay, I guess there's like another genre of music I didn't know about.
Right.
You know, I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but I guess people dig it. You know, it's kind of like.
And you can't win every time, man.
Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. But some of them are so cool, man. Like, there's she was like an ex-model or something. And then she's singing her song, and it's kind of like the shit that the models go through. Like, if teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools filled by models.
Mm.
I was like, oh, shit. And it's like, if you told me you loved me, or some shit like that. If you told me you loved me, would you break it if you were honest, or something like that? Oh, if I love you was a promise, would you break it if you were honest? I was like, damn, that's okay. I see you. That's pretty cool.
All right, yeah. I'll take you at your word for it for now, but I'll check it out.
That's some dope stuff, man. You gotta listen to that.
I was just thinking the other day, man, I'd like the only music I've actually listened to in maybe the past year or so has been stuff that's recommended to me. Like I haven't really gone out and
Kevin Gates. Check
Yeah,
out
man.
Kevin Gates.
Yeah, man. I remember you recommending that to me, and I went and checked out his stuff. And then there's been a couple of artists here and there. J. Cole was actually talking about him earlier, man. Like he's one of those that, like a buddy of mine was playing him like on repeat. That one song, Neighbors, which neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Oh yeah, I guess
You know the whole story behind that, right?
No.
Somebody called in about him selling drugs out of a house that he'd bought in South Carolina, I think. And they basically sent a SWAT team to his house. And he's got like a full security system, so he's got cameras all over the place. And so the SWAT team shows up, kicks in a bunch of doors, kicks out, like goes in the house and then kicks out a few doors, like to the outside. And then like, I guess he was coming downstairs and they're like, keep your hands where we can see him, all this bullshit. And at least I think that was the whole incident. But they've got him on camera and the cops are like knocking the cameras out of the way and like Yeah, it's like fucked up, man. But he's got the whole video and like there's a video of him online like playing it at a concert. There's like 5,000 people there and he's like, let me show you all the video. Click.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's insane, dude. Dude,
Yeah.
the extent people will go for shit, like, people freak out too easily, bro.
Yeah, man.
People freak out way too. Everybody's jumpy nowadays, bro.
Well, look, here's the thing,
Any
man.
little thing, dude.
Well, like we're aware at this point, like there are certain situations that call for that level of force. But when you get to the point where you're using military tactics on every, warrant, then that's ridiculous, man.
Knocking down doors.
Yeah, man. You show up at fucking like, 10 a.m. and you go, hey, we're going to search this place. We got a warrant. We're going to search it. And if shit happens, then you respond to that. But I mean, that's the assumption that you got to go in there with flash grenades. Like that one kid in, I think it was Georgia, where they tossed in the grenade and the kid's crib was up against the window.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a little girl got burned and shit. And,
Oh, shit, man.
yeah, and I want to say the family lost the case. So
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'd have to go look into the details, man. But
Yeah, man, definitely. Get the info and send it to me, bro. That's insane.
yeah, that's not even something I want to look up right now.
No, definitely not. You come across it somewhere.
Oh God, there's pictures. Yeah,
Jesus, man, that's crazy, bro. I mean, I understand, like,
yeah, and then you got all
there's guns or, like, there's visible, like, like people fucking shooting up in the air. Or then you go in fucking hardcore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there was that situation in what was it, Mission, not too long ago. 3-4 years ago, where the guy barricaded himself at the
That
end
was
of
in
a
La
call.
Jolla, bro.
La Jolla, okay.
Yeah, he
Shit.
drove, I think, from Edinburgh
Yeah, it was,
or something like that. He drove all the way over there and he barricaded himself. And these are like Section 8 homes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, like they're clean. Actually, they're pretty legit, man. I wouldn't mind living there. But yeah, the dude went in there and it's like this like red brick house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw a bunch
And,
of pictures, man.
I was actually at work. I was down the street from that.
Oh shit.
And I saw like the big armored vehicle that Hidalgo County has, like the one that they used to like bash through the
Yeah.
They were dying to use that shit, dude.
Now, for the longest time, Edinburgh had shit. For all I know, maybe they still do, but they had it stationed right there on Closner. When you drove through Edinburgh, you could see it like parked behind the Iron Gate. And it was like, oh shit, that's a tank.
Yeah.
And it was like, why the fuck do you have a tank?
Dude, they were fucking dying to use that shit, and they used it, bro. They fucking they rammed it in and threw fucking flash grenades and then caught the dude.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes
Or they shot the dude. Either way.
Sometimes there's shit that's necessary, man.
Dude, like, fucking, that was covered or some shit like that. And like 4 months later, it was up for rent again. Hey, fuck yeah, dude. Recently refurbished.
You see this texture? That's bullet holes.
We got rid of the carpet. Couldn't get the bloodstains out. New tile. Dude, that's insane, bro.
Yeah, man. And again, man, there's certain situations that, I mean, they're going to happen every once in a while.
Why, though?
Because people are creative. Sometimes they have way too much time on their hands. You know what? I don't know where there's just that inherent, good and evil type of thing going on in the human mind, and like the small percentage of the population that is going to go out there and use that creative nature to cause chaos for other people is negligible but outlandish. Like when it happens, you're gonna see it. You know what I mean? Especially now that we live in the modern age of information.
Yeah, everybody's got phones, bro. Everybody's got a camera.
Dude, when they released that cell phone footage from that little the fucker that shot up the Parkland school in Florida, they released his cell phone footage of him basically just bragging about wanting to commit this act. And it's like, dude, why do you put that out there? I mean, that's something that, like,
He wanted to get caught. He wanted to be known.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I guess he was, I don't know, like everybody was ignoring him and shit, so you wanted to like make sure that people knew who the fuck he was. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's like that little fucker in North Texas went into the school and was saying something along the lines of, I'm going to leave certain people alive so that they'll tell my story. Yeah.
Oh, too many comic books, maybe.
You don't even know how to, like, speak to someone like that, man. Like, if the guy was in front of you, like, what question do you even ask to try to figure that out?
Exactly, man. You don't know, because that situation is not normal, dude. That's not something you prepare for. You might see it in the movies. You know, the negotiator that calls in, and what do you guys want? You know? Fuck no, some shit. How the fuck do you talk down crazy from the ledge?
Right, man, right. Well, I mean, I've been in a couple of situations with people that wanted to hurt themselves, you know what I mean? But that's almost the flip side of the coin, where, like, if that one little switch goes the other way, then it's like, fuck hurting me, I'm hurting everyone else.
Yeah. See, it hurts when I hurt myself, but it doesn't hurt when I hurt you.
Yeah, like, I don't think I could, like...
Dude, I would fucking... I don't know what I would probably... that's it.
Again, I don't know what question to ask... What question to ask that mind, man? Like, don't get me wrong. I've felt rage towards a particular individual and been like, I'd like to hurt that person.
Yeah.
But that's... Even those are kind of like... Once you're out of that state of mind, you're kind of like, I don't really know how I got there. You know what I mean?
Dude, you see this shit, dude. Fucking leaked videos. You know what I mean? Or, like, we're censored as fuck here in the United States. Our internet, any little thing can be taken down immediately. Or it could be spread really fucking fast like wildfire. But it'd be censored. Like, you know what I mean? You scroll through Facebook, and it has, like, a little censored, right. Sensitive material or whatever. There's some stuff that comes from Mexico, bro. That's some fucking weird shit. This dude, I saw a video, man. It was really fucked up, man. Dude just like, he's sitting in the corner and he's like hugging his backpack. Next thing you know, he pulls out a fucking gun, dude. Starts pass. But like selective. Like they're like sitting next to each other. He just shoots one, leaves the other one alone. Pass. And just like,
damn.
Dude. And then the last bullet was reserved.
Yeah, man. There's something about the mind, man, that like when you get the certain combination of personality and fucking like I don't know, man. Maybe I've been listening to too many psychology videos myself, man.
Real quick question, man. What's your like horoscope thing? Do you listen to that stuff? Do you listen to horoscopes?
Sadly,
it was a weird transition from like mass murder to horoscopes.
Yeah. If you were prone to violence, would you take it out on yourself? Or yeah.
Those are Leos.
Predatory creatures they are. Yeah, no, I'm not going to share that information with you.
I don't care. I'm a Sagittarius, bro, and I don't like believe in it, but like I like to read it. You know, sometimes it hits, sometimes it's not. It's like throwing a shit ton of darts at a dartboard.
Yeah, no, man. There's a bunch of goofy shit that like I kind of I dabble in because I'm fascinated by why again, kind of like with violence and shit. It's like, why does the human mind go there sometimes? And it's like, okay, religion, man. Like, I think it's important to like understand. Like, I think my issue with religion is people who get hung up in studying that whatever that thing is, whereas the fascinating part about religion is, why is religion even a thing, man? Like,
you're supposed to learn from it, bro.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to like live every single day by it, bro. It's a bunch of like interesting stories that people learn the lesson from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be kind to you. Be kind to your neighbor. Don't do this. Don't be a dick, basically.
Well,
and the people who follow that book are normally fucking dicks.
I think people lose point of the idea of having a bunch of different stories, man. Because like, it's like, why not just have one story and have that be the important part? And it's like, well, if you have a bunch of different stories, you can demonstrate like kind of the same lesson and a bunch of different lessons in different scenarios. And it's like, again, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a pattern here. That shit works. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. It's not like there's one thing that you do and all of a sudden you're a better person and you're living your life in a way that's, meaningful and important. It's like, no, you do a bunch of little things over a long period of time, and now all of a sudden you're worth fucking having around. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that dude, yeah, we should definitely have him on the team. Damn it, get Barba on that sales team.
What is it, that Jesus character? I like that guy. His story intrigued me. I think his first book was a little too strong. Let's rewrite it. The New Testament.
Look, I'll tell you what. We'll get 4 different spec scripts. Damn, we can't pay that editor for that. We'll just put them all. Just print them all. As is. Yeah. Leave in the spelling mistakes as well.
Jeebus. And Jeebus said unto thee,
Whoa. What's this last bit with the dragon? I like this. Can we get another chapter? No. Okay, he's dead? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll print it anyway.
He's not coming back. Like, no way he's coming back.
We'll get somebody to write a sequel at some point. It'll wrap up all the story arcs.
Jesus back with a revenge. Or back with a vengeance. Holy blasphemous.
Oh, I always love that Mad TV skit where it's Terminator and Jesus. I've come back to save you.
Oh, yes. No, I'm supposed to die for my sins.
Stop killing Judas.
Stop killing Judas. I was watching the Mel Brooks, The History of the World, Volume 1.
Yeah.
Is it Volume 1 or Part 1? Part 1.
Yeah.
And that scene, the iconic scene, dude, where Mel Brooks is waiting on the Last Supper. It's fucking hilarious. Yea, I say unto thee, One shall betray me by the end. Shall betray me twice or something like that. By the end of the day or something like that. Judas, bless you. Judas, are you having the super salad? Fucking hilarious. Is it all gonna be separate checks? Leonardo's here. Right? Is that the one? Or Michelangelo? Yeah, right? I don't know. You can edit this out.
I think it's Leonardo, man.
Leonardo?
I could be wrong.
Anyways, he comes in. Oh, this is no good. Everybody get on that side of the table. If you want to be on the picture, get on that side of the table. Super Italian. That's fucking beautiful. And Mel Brooks is there with the shiny pan for the halo.
Right. Dude, apparently the Da Vinci version of that, The Last Supper, man, that motherfucker's huge, man. It's like 7 feet tall.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that's a whole wall that you're seeing, man. It's always funny, man. You see these like prints of like old school paintings, and it's like, oh man, it's like, 5 inches across, hanging up on somebody's wall, and it's like, no, that's huge.
That's like feet.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Might get into art theory right now. Fuck it.
I don't know anything about art theory, so we can learn some stuff.
Shit, man. I've only read half the books. I don't mean like I've read half of the books in existence. I mean, I found the book, read like half of it, and I was like, no, this is boring.
Like my chick, dude, she's into art, dude. Like, she's all right. Like, granted, this is just like melted crayons and a canvas, but it's got a cool look to it, man. Like, I like it.
No, I dig it, man. You got some of it hanging up here on the walls, man.
Like that, the Laughter No Tiene Idioma with the Charlie Chaplin / Cantinflas.
Right.
That's on point, dude. I actually had an original picture I had for that was like a street sign.
Mm-hmm.
With a lamp, like a street lamp sign thing.
Right.
The crossroad, and one said Chaplin Drive, and the other said Cantinas Avenue or something like that.
Right on.
And they're leaning on it, Charlie's leaning on one side, Cantinflas is leaning on the other, and they were, passing like a cigarette, like super cool. Like, this is where I meet.
The more I hear you describe this, the more I feel it should be printed on the back of a pickup truck.
No, it should be in a smoke shop somewhere. There's a head shop right there, fucking black light.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait till you put the black light on. You can see the smoke from the cigarette, man. It's cool.
Yeah, man, like that's what I originally envisioned. But this came out way better, man. Super nice, plain, simple, legit. I'm thinking of putting it on a shirt, man.
Nah, man, it's fucking cool. Oh, by the way, you still have the, what is it? The Nutella and Roses shirt or whatever it was.
There's a Nutella jar.
Yeah.
With the duct tape going across it. Spells lube with the lube written on it.
Right.
I got a couple of those shirts left, man. I sold like maybe 5.
Oh, that's good, man.
So there's 5 in circulation right now.
Right on.
You can find there's gonna be on eBay for a lot of money. In the back, sexually transmitted diabetes.
Did you ever take any on the road gigs?
Yeah, man. That's where I sold them.
Right on. So they're
and nobody down here is gonna. Yeah.
Out there in circulation.
Nobody down here is gonna buy my shit.
I'm telling you, you take the last 2 and you take them down to Goodwill and just put them in the. They'll get around.
They will get around. Fucking Raymond Horta. Yeah. Well, some of his shirts were in Goodwill. It's fucking hilarious. No, I sold a shirt. I was out in Robstown.
Right.
Doing a show. And this biker came up to me afterwards. And he's like, dude, that was fucking hilarious. I want one of the shirts.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, sure, man. Dude, we're going to fucking ride up to Oklahoma tomorrow. I'm wearing this fucking shirt. I was like, you shitting me? No, I'm going to ride this fucking shirt. So imagine a biker, dude, with just a fucking jar of Nutella with lube written across it.
Right.
Dude.
Didn't you have something printed on the, was it?
STD going down? Sexually
transmitted diabetes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And on the jar lid, it says Rudy Barba Comedy. It's a rough job. I think I'm going to stick more to that one. That one looks more legit. Because when you're looking for merch, man, when it comes to comedy, yeah, you want it to be relatable to your set, but you also want to be like a cool shirt that they wear out in public. I mean, like you didn't have to be at the show to like enjoy the shirt,
Right.
right? And in the back, oh, who's this? Oh, that's a badass shirt. Where'd you get it? Rudy Barba. Oh, bad. You know what I mean? Like,
I get you, man. Like it's got to be its own little piece of creativity.
mm-hmm.
Like otherwise, it doesn't. Like it's got to hold value outside of the context of you. Yeah, man. I've heard a couple people talk about that, man. Like you want it to be art,
Yeah, like Freddie Big Mac from Laredo.
right?
He's got like a little pop plush doll of him. Like that he designed it. It looks like him.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
man.
and it's like a little plush keychain thing. He always sells them. He has like a little shoebox full of them.
That's genius, man.
Oh yeah, dude. I seen a couple people on the radio with that little thing. Like they come out to the show and they have a little plush doll on the keychain. I think it was his mom. No, he recently they were up here in the down here in McAllen, and they did a show. Fucking, he went up there. Yeah, he sold like one or two. Pretty cool. That's like, you know, I think he said it didn't cost that much to make them, and he's like selling them at a fair price, so he's making back a little bit of change at a time.
I mean, that's the whole point, man. The merch is there to supplement the income, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't be wrong. The dream is always that you come across like some fucking design or of something or another where it's just like, oh fuck, I'm making bank.
Who was it, dude? I think it was I Am Road Comic or I Am Comic.
I still haven't watched that one.
You gotta watch it, dude.
I've got it sitting, like it's sitting on my shelf looking at me where I
Watch it.
sit
Do yourself
down.
a favor, bro. Go watch it. Yeah, this is like back in the day, bro. If you had merch, that was fucking hacky as shit. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna be selling T-shirts. What a fucking hack! And then we started seeing that hack was making fucking money. So everybody started coming out with a funny shirt and like a cool sticker and all that shit.
Hey, man, there's got to be some way to supplement the artist, man. More and more, man, you see people doing like, you know, podcasts and various little, you know, video projects, sketch work, shit like that, fucking coming out with merch, stickers, fucking.
Blair and the Bear.
Yeah,
Out of San
man.
Antonio.
Yeah, man.
They're doing a spinoff right now. Josh Cabasa is working on a spinoff. I think it's going to be did you see the cartoon?
I've watched bits of it. I haven't seen the whole. It's got a series of videos, right?
Yeah. It's like it's about sports, but the story with the fucking bear is fucking hilarious. Like in one of the first episodes, like they're at a bar drinking, and the bartender cuts him off, and the bear just rips his face off. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And then like later on, the bartender tracks him down and shit, and he takes his fucking hand. And he's like, "Wow!" He cuts the bear's hand off.
Shit.
Yeah, and then like the next episode, the bear has this giant gold claw. It looks like a fucking infinity gauntlet. And it's like, and they're like best friends now. It's like, yeah, man, I gotta understand, bro. Like, yeah, I took your face off. That's pretty dick of me, bro. Yeah, we're even, man. Like, like,
Shit, man.
I'm not even mad, you know.
I gotta check
cool
that
ass
out.
gold
man.
hand, gold paw now. You gotta watch it. And apparently, I don't know. There's, I think I was speaking with George Anthony. And he said they might do a spinoff where the bear and the bartender move in together.
There you go. Yeah, man. I keep waiting for Roy to come out with a few projects.
I've been talking to him, bro. I keep telling him he's got a fucking gift, bro. That stop motion shit.
Yeah, man.
He did one a while back. I think it was for the Funniest in the RGV it was for 420 Fest or some event like that.
Right.
With the receipt paper.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's like, dude, it took longer to roll back together than it did to like write it all out. And it's like, because I had to get the timing right, and the camera was there, and you know, like,
Yeah, nah, man.
dude, it's a lot of work, but it looked fucking clean.
Dude, it's one of those things, man. Like the stuff that he's interested in, and like creatively, is stuff that nobody else is really, really doing, man. You know what I mean?
Especially around here.
Yeah, man. We need more creativity in the local scene.
A lot of people are doing too much of the same stuff, man. And the people that are animating and doing stuff like that, dude, they're stuck indoors, man. Fucking
That is a problem.
antisocial, like, stuck to a computer, man. Dude, come out, experience. Like, there's so much shit you can get from, like, going out fucking on the night of the town, dude. I people watch. I study the shit out of people.
Right.
So I was a minor in sociology. I fucking, I'm there like vaping, having a conversation, but I'm watching people, how they interact, seeing how like, maybe I can get a funny joke out of it or get fucking something stupid, like he's wearing a funny shirt. Why is he wearing that funny shirt?
Right.
Oh, he's probably the funny guy, like, and I'm just, I don't even know these people and I'm building up like their lives in my head, Oh, this girl is sad. She broke up with her boyfriend, or her date didn't show up, or like this guy's poor. Like the guy that comes by and asks for like,
right.
You got some change. Why is this guy here? Is he addicted to drugs? Did he get like laid off and never be able to find
What's the scenario? What's the narrative? I get you, man.
I could be completely wrong, like but it like gets my mind thinking. I'm like, it's a good exercise.
I get you, man. Keeps you sharp.
It's the only exercise I can do.
Mental exercise, mental masturbation. Fuck the real life. No, but I get you about people.
Mental masturbation.
Yeah, it's when you just think of shit that has no point whatsoever.
Ah.
Yes. Comic books.
Comic books.
No, I think they're...
Oh, speaking of comic books, I don't know if I run this theory through yet. But actually...
you got a comic book related theory?
Yeah. Well, not theory, but like I want to do a comic book.
Right.
Like one of the local directors around here, he's writing a movie called Weed.
Yeah, I remember it.
And how the brother was like fucking around with strains and they would give him superpowers and shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, what if those strains got released out into the public? It's just a bunch of stoners getting superpowers. And there's villains and shit. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, why not just stoners with superpowers, but like people that actually need medical marijuana?
There's actually a show about people smoking weed and getting superpowers.
What?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember seeing it listed on a video site.
I'm pretty sure it's some stoner movie, but this one's like kind of like people that actually need marijuana to like for medical marijuana for health reasons.
Okay.
Like this chick has arthritis,
Right.
and she gets a hold of a nug, and then she's like, boom, super strong, like metal bones, like, she's no longer arthritis. Some guy that what?
No, man, I'm there with you, man.
Kind of like Wolverine, but without the claws. But you know what I mean? Like, she gets really strong bones and super strength. And then, like, the guy that gets seizures, like, in his head, is basically your brain shocking itself.
Right.
Right? So he hits a strain as he gets a seizure, and he gets electrical powers. Right? I would call him high voltage.
I'm just picturing that scene out of Logan where Xavier starts having the seizure and everybody's just frozen.
Yeah. No, but this one's just like, he gets electrical powers.
Right.
And his name is High Voltage. Come on. I had to have some kind of corniness.
I will not acknowledge that pun, sir.
Come on. It has some corniness to it. Well, actually, the character's pretty corny himself.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is the whole point of it would be for the ridiculousness.
But no, actually, like, kind of like, hey, like, medical marijuana actually helps people. You know what I mean? This is how somebody with arthritis feels after, they get their CBD dose for the day, or you know what I mean?
I was actually reading something on Twitter the other day. Apparently, there's a split that's happening between the people that are advocating for the legal pot and the medical pot, and the people that are pushing for the medical reasons are kind of getting pissed off that it's like you're just talking about all this tax money you're going to get and whatnot. It's like there are people that are suffering, and it's like, whoa. This is how you bring it in. It's got to be. You got to tell them. It's like, okay,
you'll make money off of it.
Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong. Everybody cares about the suffering, but like, you know what I mean?
You guys are making a shit ton of money out of this.
Yeah. It's like there are going to be a few people that are not going to care about the suffering. Let's just cut them off at the pass and be like, money. You know what I mean? It's like, who's going to pay for this? And it's like, it'll pay for itself.
Was it the first year or first couple of years of Colorado? They collected so much tax money, they actually gave some back.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that whole thing worked out, but they did give him some checks, from my understanding. Fuck it, man.
Dude, you have an excess amount of money in your state, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dude, jobs for everybody that was unemployed are out there fucking picking butts.
I think I kind of brought that up earlier, man. Like the fact that Texas has, I think, one route to kind of understanding what's going on with the whole pot thing as far as the legalization and the black market is like, look, man, if they bust somebody, give them the ticket. You know what I mean? It's like, this is not one, like I guarantee you probably 50 to 60% of the market is going to be shit that's made domestically. You know what I mean? This is stuff that's coming from American producers. This is
American soil,
helping the economy.
Make America smoke again.
Yeah, man. I don't know. The whole thing's kind of fucking ridiculous.
Same thing is going on right now with the vaping industry. I know a lot of people really don't care, but the FDA is coming after us hard, bro.
That's the impression I got, man. That's
hard because of these fucking kids, man. These fucking minors. They think vaping is cool. This is like shit. Dude, how long did you smoke? How old were you when you started smoking?
Entirely too young. I was probably under 13 when I started smoking.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then are you out already, or you have one every once in a while?
I have one every once in a while, man. I like a good cigarette or a good cigar. Just when the mood comes. You know what I mean?
Well, what was it at the top of your smoking limit? How many boxes a day were you going?
I think at max I was probably maybe a pack and a half.
Jeez.
So
I was 2 packs myself, bro. I started when I was 18. At the right age. You know what I mean? Like I actually fucking waited. I didn't jump the fucking gun.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, man.
What's happening right now is what happened when Obama outlawed flavored cigarettes.
Yeah.
But, back then, flavored cigarettes are bad for you, bro. This shit is actually helping a lot of people quit smoking cigarettes, bro. A lot of people have, fucking, like me, I have asthma. I use this shit. I stopped using my inhaler.
Here's a question, man. Like, are you even, as an employee of a distributor, are you even allowed to say that anymore? That it's helping people?
It is, bro. I'm not saying it, bro. Fucking Google it, bro. There's YouTube videos. Right. 1 billion lives. Look at that video.
I'm just making sure you're covering your ass here.
No, yeah, dude. No, look up the video called 1 billion lives, and it's 1 billion lives a year fucking die from like fucking smoke related,
right?
Cancer, lungs, pulmonary disease, heart disease, all that shit.
Yeah, man. And I don't even think enough attention has even ever been paid to the fact of some of the stuff they were putting into cigarettes at one point. There's still upwards of 100 additives that they're allowed to put into, and that number's probably double or triple. But
one of them is, basically, you've seen when you put a cigarette down, it turns itself off.
Yeah, I remember when they forced them to start doing that, and that was like, okay, you're going to add another chemical that I'm going to be burning and inhaling. Yeah, man. Hey, man, for years, that's why I rolled my own cigarettes. Because it was like, I'd rather just get this straight leaf and roll it. I can at least see what the hell it is, you know what I mean? Rather than, dude.
Be packed in it.
I have broken apart some cheap cigarettes in my life and just gone, what the fuck am I smoking? It's just dust.
Yeah, it's like confetti, like tobacco confetti.
Yeah, it's literally, and they'll even admit to it if you go and look it up on the internet, you know what I mean? They're just sweeping the floor and taking whatever they find and putting that into a cigarette.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're coming up on like 3 hours right now.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, it is 2 hours and 52 minutes right now. Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this up and get out of here, man.
For sure.
You want to do the whole find me at Rudy Barba?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Rudy Barba. You can find me on all social media at Rudy Barba Comedy, Twitter, Facebook. That sounded very Mexican. Twitter. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I got a couple videos up. But yeah, man, follow me. I do comedy shows all over the great state of Texas. Also, hopefully this year I get to burst out a little bit farther than just Texas and New Mexico.
Ooh.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. He's funny, I promise. All right.
Sometimes.
Peace.
I'm just not going to tell you what time those are.